Okay, I think I'm live. Disclaimered. Welcome to the stream. Sorry I didn't put up a thing earlier, but I just wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to stream before I put up like the scheduled thing or whatever. Good morning, Grace, wherever you are. We know where you are. You're very upset about links. And unfortunately, that was pretty much the whole weekend for several of the streamers. It was an all Keemstar links weekend. Even Healthy Family Force got in on it. VP stayed out of it, luckily, but I really don't have any interest in that storyline. I'm not like into that world at all, to be honest. I don't really care about the lolcow stuff anymore, lolcow universe stuff anymore, but VP's in drama, but it's like, it's her drama. She's not like picking other people's drama. So I guess it's a real drama weekend, but I spend a bunch of time watching movies, so I watched this one called Bullets or Ballots. You guys ever heard of Edward G. Robinson? He was like an actor back in the day, and he played a lot of like mobsters. He plays an undercover detective in this movie, and he's 5'5", but he's just like, he radiates like tough guy energy or whatever, I guess. But he's like 5'5". He's running around this whole movie and just punching everybody in the face. It was great. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't have much of an update because, like I said, everything was covering Keemstar and links. So there's really not much to catch up on, unfortunately. I'm gonna do a video later today. I'm not gonna live stream it, but I'll do a video of picking up the new library stuff, including like some of the viewer requests, and then I'm gonna try to do a real IRL hopefully later today. But anyway, that's all the news I have. Tomorrow, I think we'll do prime time, maybe get caught up on prime time. But we are watching, let's see, May 30th, 1987. So we're heading right into halfway through this year. CWA Championship Wrestling out of Memphis, as seen by the Evansville, Indiana audience. I'm interested to see what happens in this episode. I feel like the last ones were pretty interesting. All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, South to West? What's up, Jeremy? I do want to warn you, this copy is very dark. I don't really know why. Tape condition, I guess.
Today, and son of a gun, we got a great show lined up today, David.
We certainly do. Opening match today is going to be a tag team match. We will have Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like this is a result of like tape degradation, or whether the feed in Evansville was kind of messed up or what. Smoking roaches this morning, got hit up the dispensary after work. Oh man.
In here and a tag.
I went the other night whenever I did the gift shop thing and the Hooters video. I stopped and got some GG4 and Champion City chocolate.
Team match. A bit later on, a
What's
single
up,
match features Tommy Rich. Right here in the ring.
Did somebody say fired up?
Wildfire will be here later on. Moondog Spot comes around. And as if that weren't enough, big expiration of time match in which Billy Travis and Mark Starr will be going against the team of Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. That should be a very good match.
Is that a bunch? I'll tell you, right off the bat, it's a bunch, and we'll be looking forward to seeing that. Take time out. We got a lot of it to do, and we'll be back in just one moment.
We can barely see. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Dandy is an
What?
opener here. Pat Tanaka.
No way. Come on. What?
Will be in. They're always tough. They'll be a heavy favorite going against Jim Jameson and the Freeze.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, Jeremy.
Little discussion. Always talk. We got a match coming up. Bruno in the ring.
Well, there'll be weed deals. Everybody's saying that we're gonna get martial law on on 420. It'll be an interesting day.
Yeah, well, please keep it little. We're not out here for a debate.
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. What we got here is the prime.
I just pretty much watched movies, Randy. I watched like all the missing in action movies. I watched that show Love on the Spectrum. I'm like, I have a lot to say about it, but I think I'm gonna wait and do till I do like I'm gonna watch all the available seasons, and then I'll just do like one big review of like the show to that point.
Time, the downtown connection. That makes me very happy. What we got here, Lance Russell, would you come with me? Don't stand there like a goof. What we got here is the greatest single wrestler in the entire world. This man is a nationwide wrestler. A man that's been a superstar all the four corners of the world. He's held all kind of titles, every title there is. Mid-American title is going to be his again real soon. So Jeff Jarrett can just get ready because he's not going to have that much longer. This here.
Pat Tanaka, I gotta say, I don't know that it works for him, but I appreciate the fact that he's putting more and more thought into his wardrobe.
Is the Moondog, the man of the hour, baby. And what we got here, would you stand up?
You start the Police Academy movies next week? That's awesome. I love the Police Academy movie. My favorite, I think, is, well, the first one is really good, but I think Citizens on Patrol is probably my favorite one.
By the way, Lance Russell, what
It's
we got
goofy
here
as hell,
is probably
but-
the greatest tag team in professional wrestling today. Look at that, the International Tag Team Champions. We're talking about prime time. We're
Hey,
talking
Joe
about Pat
Shabatoni.
Tanaka and Paul Diamond. These two guys can beat anybody they get in the ring with. It doesn't matter who it is. They've proved it. Steve Kern, Mark Starr, Billy Travis. The list just goes on and on and on.
Bruno,
These two guys
Hey,
are the
Ember.
best. This guy's great. And then you got Bubba and Goliath.
Hey, Ember, what did you think about Jedi Rich's his rendition of just a Gigolo?
I know both of them.
These two guys gotta be the biggest disappointment that I've ever had in my entire life in professional wrestling.
What?
You guys understand that? Look at the size of you two guys. We got guys here. Paul, what do you weigh? About 240 maybe? Pat weighs probably about 220. Moondog weighs probably about 260, 270. These guys here, 400 some pounds, 400 some pounds, and they get in the ring and they can't beat anybody. They humiliate me every time they step in the ring. And I'm gonna tell you something. With the size you guys got,
Yeah, I watched that, Joe.
ability you told me you had when I brought you into the downtown connection. I thought you were going to make winners out of yourselves. I thought you were going to make me some money. I
appreciate it,
thought you were
Ember.
going to make me proud. And you're standing out here with all this size, all this muscle, and you can't.
I don't see much of a difference between watching Love on the Spectrum and watching, like, you know, really the kind of stuff we watch, except that the people on Love on the Spectrum are completely insulated thanks to money and like family support and stuff. Like, it's such an idealized, like, but people are, and I did a fair amount of research into the reactions to the show, and people like it for pretty much the same reasons that they would watch, like, you know, would watch the stuff that we watch, you know, awkward social interactions, watching how, you know, the interpersonal dynamics play out, waiting for the, you know, the meltdowns. But for some reason, like, Love on the Spectrum is like a mainstream acceptable, but this stuff isn't.
Do a thing with it. Well, let me tell you something. I want you two guys to get with it. Next time you're in that ring, I want you to be mean. I want you to be nasty. I want you to be rotten. I want you to get in that ring, and I want you to show me something. I want you to show me why I brought you to Downtown Connection, or that's it.
Bruno,
that'll be the end of you
this
two.
privately instead
Why
of
should
having it out.
I'm not trying to do this privately. I'm trying to humiliate these two guys. I'm trying to show them
All right,
that
see you
they're
later,
with Downtown Bruno and Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka and Moondog Spot, that these two guys better be winners like the rest of us. You understand that? You two guys got to be winners or you're fired. Because I will fire you.
Hey, South to West, I heard that you got your, I heard you got your amends from Grace.
Fire you and I'll fire you.
Looking at your side, you better be careful about who you embarrass.
Wait a minute, Lance Russell. Wait a minute, Lance Russell. I don't have to worry about size or nothing like that because these two guys know that they're nothing without me. And I got Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka and the Moondog back in there.
Shit.
So I'm telling these guys something.
Bruno turning on Big Bubba? Goliath, I understand.
Right now, you better fire it up, you better get bad, and you better get mean. You understand? You better get fired up for me. You understand?
I don't think they cotton too much to that, Bruno. We've got a match up here in the ring if we can get some action underway here. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka are the ones
Is that the freezer?
who will be in the ring, Dave.
This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total of 480 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Jim Jameson, and from Arkansas, William the Freezer Thompson. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka at a total of 434
I'm starting to, the freezer's starting to grow on me.
going against them.
This is prime fight time. Let me tell you something. This here is what a tag team is. This here is prime time. This here are champions. This here is class. Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond, prime time, baby. You're international tag team champions. These guys are winners. Wow, did you see that flying elbow? That's bad to the bone.
Oh, and if you remember, I put up a couple, like, really, they're short. One of them is me documenting slapping a bunch of peat moss and potting soil at a garden center. And the other one's a chemtrail video, but if you remember, there's like 2 new little shorts up.
See, that's prime time. That's Paul Diamond. That's your commando, baby. You got Paul Diamond, you got Pat Tanaka. I can't say it again. PT, Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond, and Tanaka. What you got here is prime time. These are winners. This is a tag team. This is a machine in there.
I think we understand all of that, Bruno.
So this is what you call destructive force. This is what you call destructive force. Look at this Jameson. Look at him. He's dead, I think. I think he's dead. I think you better call the corner. There's nothing left for him. Now you got Tanaka in here with some of them jab slaps, some karate chucks, taekwondo, everything else. This is a tag team. See what I mean, Lance Russell? This is muscle. This is size. This is speed. This is strength. This is agility. You put it all together, that makes a machine. And the name of that machine, baby, is prime time. And like I told you many times,
Oh my God.
if you're going to come around prime time, you're going to end up canceled. You know what I mean? You come against Dallas, you come against Dynasty, you get canceled. Am I right or wrong? You get canceled.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Please don't get into a discourse.
Well, I mean, Pat Tanaka basically took like a quantum leap forward. I mean, even just being able to work as a heel adds so much like personality and performance to the way that he works, in my opinion. I mean, he seemed almost like a completely different wrestler.
Here is you're comparing Saturday morning cartoons. You're comparing Saturday morning cartoons to the Cosby Show. When you compare any tag team to Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, because this is a tag team. This is prime time. Look at that. He practically took his head off.
Diamond.
Practically took his head off. I think he did. His head's rolling down the street. No, it's still there. 2, 3. That's a tag team. That is a tag team. This is prime time.
Yeah, okay.
I want my dot connection. That's what I want. See, winner. I had to tell you, killer instinct. It's like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes.
Marvelous words of wisdom from downtown
Hey, it's me.
Bruno. Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond, the winners rather easily.
Rather easily. A minute 28 was the time on it. They had no problem.
Somebody asked in Grace's chat last night if EFD was still alive, and I told him that he was, and then they said that he wouldn't be for long, essentially.
Well, one of the things that I think the wrestling world continues to talk about is an event that, frankly, we never thought that we would see happen, and that was when Jerry the King Lawler ended up losing his hair in a hair match with Austin Idol and a prominent role played by Wildfire Tommy Rich. Let's recap that incident for you. Lawler with the cover, but where's the referee? He's hurt.
Oh, also, by the way, I did kind of make good use of my downtime to try to find a few interesting Memphis things to tell you guys. I was listening to a bunch of Bill Dundee shoot interviews, and he said that this is just what he said. I'm not presenting it as gospel or anything, but he basically said that anything you saw in Memphis that sucked was Jerry Lawler's idea. Like when they brought in like Uncle Elmer and all the like shit wrestlers, that was all Lawler, and that like he liked the goofy shit, and like Dundee did, like he didn't like say he was completely against it, but he definitely was saying like multiple times in these interviews that like Lawler was the one driving a lot of the like cheesy shit in Memphis. And then I also read that when Vince McMahon was starting Shotgun Saturday Night, Cornette said that McMahon wanted an atmosphere like Memphis TV, where like anything could, and of course it turned out much different, but just like that anything could happen, or like, you know, you never knew, you know, when there was going to be a big brawl or something crazy was going to happen. So that was like at least mildly interesting to get a little bit of Memphis lore filled in.
Who is it? Tommy Rich! Where in the world did Rich come from? The gate is still locked. Tommy Rich pile driving Jerry Lawler. Austin Idol. Where did he? I didn't even see him. It was again Rich. The cage door locked. Lawler slammed down. It's still locked.
The cage is still locked, Lance.
I know it. I looked around at the referee to see what Lawler was going to do after the pile driver on.
They're definitely getting their money's worth out of this clip. Jeez.
Idol evidently thought of every contingency because Tommy Rich appears from nowhere.
Dundee also said that like he and Lawler never had issues personally, even though they didn't see like eye to eye on creative stuff, but that he had like a real bad relationship with Jerry Jarrett. He said at one point he didn't talk to him for like 2 years.
Idol pulls the referee over. Lawler is down. Count of one. Count of two. Count of three. And the King has lost the hair match to Austin Idol. 18 minutes, 17.
First of all, I'd like to say it feels real good to be back here on television again. The King is back. I want to tell you that right now. I'm sure
Dante, that makes perfect sense to me that he would beat Tommy Rich's asking fans for beers.
most of you probably would rather me be in the ring here today.
Look at this interesting video. Oh my God.
Wrestling here in the studio. And personally, I would too. But when I heard that Tommy Rich was going to be here live in the studio today, I thought, well, things could get out of hand. You know, these television cameras cost several $100,000.
Dante, the very first time that I ever met Sabu, I didn't like meet him. He was just like walking around before a show. It wasn't like we were at dinner or anything. But he was just walking around, and when he passed me, I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he stopped and he's like, "Hey, got any pills?" And that was it. That's all he said to me.
And this studio would cost me a fortune if it were to get torn to pieces. So I said, King, you better not show up. You better just send an interview. So that's what I'm doing, because I'm going to save what I got in store for Tommy Rich until I get him face-to-face in the ring. Now, let me just say a few...
I should say, too, that was like 20 years ago. I don't know what he's doing now.
...words about my little appearance here today. I'm sure Tommy Rich, Austin Idol, Paul Day...
He stole this look from that guy that got caned back in the 90s or whenever.
...are surprised that...
In the Singapore, Michael... something.
I'd show my face here on television. I guess they thought if I got my head shaved that I'd be ashamed to show my face. That I'd be out here maybe with a mask on or with a hat or cap.
Joe, why do you think all the wrestlers wear those fanny packs, man? Keep your pills in there. Keep your stash.
Or something like that. But you see, Tommy Rich, Austin Idol, Paul Dangerly, I'm not ashamed to show my face. Because I know, and all the wrestling fans know, that Austin Idol wasn't man enough to shave my head by himself. It took Paul Dangerly, and it took you, Tommy Rich, hiding up under the ring, to come out to get the job done. And that's why I'm not ashamed. That's why every morning when I get up and I look at this head in a mirror, all it does is make me angry. All it does is serve as a reminder. And I want to tell you something, Tommy Rich. All that anger is going to come out when I get face-to-face with you in the ring. Now, let me just say this. You know, while I was off, I had plenty of time to think, and I had to be around town a little bit. And one day, I took my car, I took a little drive to the store. I went inside. When I came out...
Maybe he'll give me his last match, and I'll run on the idea that you thought it was a first aid kit for chair shots. No, it's because they didn't. I don't know anymore, but back in the day, it was because they didn't trust each other. and you never knew who you were. Like on the indie circuit especially, like you'd have no idea who you're, like half the people in the room are probably. So like everybody would keep all their shit like super tight on them in their fanny pack.
This note was under my windshield wiper. It's from a young lady by the name of
What's
Gwen
up,
Ivy. And it reads like this. Dear Jerry, I realize you don't know me, but I've watched you ever since day one. You're beginning. Every Saturday I tuned in to watch you wrestle. Now, I didn't want to stop you and bother you with a lot of questions, but you see, Jerry, everything that's been happening to you lately, you used to do to everybody else. You used to do everything dirty that you could think of. Everybody loved to hate you because you were the best at being dirty. Remember when you posed as an old lady, won Jerry Jarrett's autograph? Now that was dirty. You'd use fire, chains, sticks, etc.
He's got notes.
People loved it. Now, in order to get back and stay like you were then, you got
I think a king would have a scroll. Am I wrong?
to start thinking that way again. You've started to get weak, Jerry. Austin Idol and Tommy Rich know that. No one could have done the old king like they've done to you. They would be too afraid. So wake up, Jerry Lawler. Now, Gwen, I want to thank you for this letter, because it has done
Oh, I thought he was reading. I'm sorry. I thought he was reading a letter he had written himself.
that.
I was like, this is weird.
I want you to know, Gwen, and I want all the wrestling fans
Listen,
to know, and
Gwen.
most importantly, I want Austin Idol and Paul Dangerly and Tommy Rich to know that the old king is awake. Now, Tommy Rich, I made myself a little list, and your name just happens to be at the top of it. And I'm going to take care of them. Paul Dangerly, Austin Idol, Tommy Rich, one by one. And I understand, Austin Idol, that you got a title match with Bill Dundee, the superstar who said he's so upset that he wasn't the man that shaved my head. Well, let me tell you something, Austin Idol. You're on my list. And another thing on my list is getting that southern belt back around my waist. And I really don't care who has it. If it happens to be on Dundee, like I said, I'll just add another name to that list. So Tommy Rich, Idol, Paul Dangerly, I want you to know this. The old king has forgotten more dirty tricks than either of you punks will ever know. So when I get in that ring with you, Tommy Rich, I promise you this, and I promise all the old king fans that I'm awake. I'm back.
He's like, I'm gonna prove to Randy Wanzer that I am a king.
And Tommy Rich, you don't have a whole lot of time left. So you better be looking over your shoulder, punk. Because sometime when you least expect it, somebody's going to step up to you.
I actually think this looks really cool. I like this vibe here with that little bit of like light degradation. It's got like a really like found footage vibe.
And it's going to be the old king.
You can see my eyes like all the time. All the old. I didn't start wearing sunglasses in the videos. I don't think till like 2020 or 2021.
So you better be ready.
He's got to say here, I'll tell you, you better be listening to it. Tommy
I was all dressed up, no place to go, and I thought I'd stop in and see you, Lance, you know. Do you a favor, brother. You know, it's been a long time since I've been to Memphis, Tennessee, right here on TV. I wanted all the people to get a chance to look at Tommy Rich. Got the long, pretty hair, looking real good today. Looking real good. A lot of pretty ladies out here. Hear that? Where is Jerry Lawler? Where is the king, man? I mean, that is the...
He's a heel, and he's such a rat king that he's still got the women screaming, even though he's like the top, him and Austin Idol are probably the top heels in the company right now.
Big question. You know, first we heard him, he was gone. Told Jerry Lawler, told him he was going to get his hair cut. Told him I was going to be the man to do it.
Yeah, King and Ross were great. Remember when his wife showed her tits that time on the pay-per-view?
Jerry Lawler, the man's in town. I'm back and I'm back to stay.
What a great
Jerry
moment.
Lawler, your past tense, your history.
I was like, I don't remember how old I was. I was like, I had to be a teenager. But that was so wild.
Sit back. You listen to the crowd, man. When they holler for Austin Idol. They hollering for Tommy Rich. Go, Tommy, go. Go, Austin, go. The king is through, baby. The king is through. Memphis, Tennessee don't need you no more, man.
I listened. I think it was James, the guy that hosts Dutch's podcast. He did a shoot interview, I think, with Tommy Rich, and James for some reason thinks that Tommy Rich was like a heavy cigarette smoker, and Tommy gets really offended by that in the moment, and like he's like, "No, man, I did everything else. I smoked everything. I did every drug, but I will not be known as a smoker."
Don't you understand, Jerry? You told me that yourself, Lance. You told me you thought Lawler was
Ben in this haircut? Oh my
now, hey,
God.
don't call me no liar now.
And blonde?
Hey, well, what did you say? He said, well, that's what you meant, though, right?
Oh, for sure. Bobby the Brain and Gorilla Monsoon. Or I could, okay, that's like my ultimate favorite. But then like 1B would be Monsoon and Ventura. But like those are like my childhood announcers, and then Ross and King were like my teenage announcers.
Yeah, okay, you said yes. See there? Okay, another thing. You know, like I said, Jerry the King Lawler, history would cut his hair now. He don't even have the guts to show up here at TV.
One of these days, I'm going to upload a video of myself cutting a Tommy Rich promo. I know it's going to happen.
TV. I mean, he's talking about he could have put a mask on. He could have...
Yeah, will you stop? Or, Brain, would you be serious?
This, that, and the other. Well, why?
Dude, as a kid, like every single time, no matter how many times he said it, when the show would first open and he'd be like, "They're hanging from the rafters," I'd be like, "Oh shit, that place is jumping, man."
Not getting me do it. He does not have the guts, Lance, to come down here and see Tommy.
He was full-faced on camera. He didn't ashamed of. He didn't want to do it. Take some damage.
He talked for about 10 minutes sitting at home. Didn't have the guts to come see.
You got to get in the ring. Oh, what a pleasure to have Tommy Wildfire Rich.
Oh, David Haskins.
Okay.
David Haskins, that's the Lawler lookalike, right? So he doesn't get Lawler, but he gets a Lala lookalike.
Hey, Tommy going in against a youngster from Minneapolis. Dave.
Look how big Tommy Rich is compared to
Paul
him.
out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, going against Wildfire Tommy Rich. What is this at ringside? Oh, Tommy Rich being pounded by the King.
Oh no, Jerry Lawler hiding in drag.
About that Lawler in a dress. Backdrop Tony.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
Rich on the run.
Do you remember when the Hacksaw Jim Duggan was dressed up at ringside in like the mascot costume with the balloons and shit, and then jumped in the ring?
Lawler right after him.
Lawler in a dress came up to ringside as if to ask Tommy for his autograph, and pow! He got him.
Oh, boy, Lawler.
Holy shit.
Well, I guess it's going to have to be a disqualification on John Paul with the interference in there.
I don't think he'll mind too much.
Did you see it?
Have you ever listened, it's me, to the AI Gorilla Monsoon podcast? It's not always very funny, but like, there's just something about hearing Gorilla Monsoon's voice, even if it's AI, that's like somewhat like comforting. And they are funny at times.
Yeah.
Back again, the King. We're going to be back in just a moment. Oh, Wednesday night, Evansville, Indiana, brother, I'll tell you what, 6 matches at regular prices, and not just matches, out, you'll hear them, and you will say,
No
I have
additional
never
ticket
heard
prices.
a better
No
card in the
increase in
Evansville
ticket
Coliseum.
prices.
One of them, for instance, is going to be an AWA Southern Heavyweight Championship defense by Austin Idol against the superstar Bill Dundee. Here's what the heartthrob had to say.
You know, when I think about Bill, superstar Dundee, you know, it really...
Well, if Ben's going to grow his hair out to look like Tommy Rich, are we going to get well, will he do the bangs to complete the Austin Idol on the way to the Tommy Rich?
Makes me want to laugh. And you know why? Because you're a joke, Dundee. All this time you've told everybody in the entire world, you've written all the
What do you call this? Is this like an Amish haircut? Like a Prince Valiant?
letters, you've called all the sportscasters, and you said, why couldn't I be the man? Why couldn't I be the man to do what Austin Idol did? And you know why, Dundee? Because you're only half a man. You'll never get this from me.
Yeah. What a face.
And following the Idol Dundee match is going to be, boy, the final bout, and that's going to be Jarrett the King Lawler against Tommy Wildfire.
I've had a lot of wild nights with Wildfire, and I've seen him beat up a lot of broads, but never have I seen a broad beat him up until now, and it's the last time it's going to happen.
I've seen Tommy Rich beat up a lot of broads, but this is the first time one of those broads beat him up. What a statement.
You know, you talk about outrage,
oh, here we go.
Russell. You know, I guess you're snickering under your
Ernest the Cat. I saw him in the movie I watched the other day. I don't know. He wasn't dressed like in his wrestling clothes, but he looked like he's aged pretty well. I couldn't believe that movie had Stan Hansen in it. I thought Stan Hansen was dead. I thought he'd been dead for a long time. I was like, what the fuck? Stan Hansen is in this weird alien horror movie?
Teeth, too. Think it's real funny, don't you? Well, it ain't funny. Don't you even laugh or I'll knock you out right here.
Yes.
Jay Lawler, you better be ready for the fight of your life, because I'm going to tell you something. You
Oh,
embarrassed me
my
on that
God.
TV.
Look at this. Look at this. This hair. The face, the powder blue suit. Oh my God, this is pro wrestling, guys.
But you ain't hurt me. You ain't cut my hair. You ain't done a thing to me. I can walk down the streets looking
Yeah, that's him. He's just dangerously here for some reason.
pretty all the time. Look at yourself, that spike hair. You know, talking about a fat, ugly broad. I tell you what, you know, they call you Jerry the King, Lawler. Well, in Evansville, Indiana, I'm going to show the people, after you walking out in the dress, I'm going to show them what a queen is. Because, Jerry Lawler, I'm going to make a queen out of you.
Oh,
right there
my
in
Lord,
Evansville,
wow.
Indiana, take it to the bank. That's right.
Woo! Wildfire. I remember reading about that, Dante. I think whatever book I read about it in, it was in a chapter of kind of similar stories as that, where like the promoter like wouldn't go under oath and admit it was fake, so they were able to screw the promoters. Was Austin Idol, or was it one of the Fullers where they had the promoter put his car up or his boat as a gimmick, but then he actually like demanded to have the item after he won the match?
Last couple of weeks, we had an incident that occurred. Boy, we just had an incident that occurred. I love that. I'm telling you, I loved it.
Man, Tommy
with
Rich.
Tojo Yamamoto and Tony
service.
Burton. Yeah. And last week, boy, he finished him off. He beat him with that kendo stick and the whole bit. Now, Burton is a big young guy, and he didn't take too kindly to it. Tojo Yamamoto had some comments about a match that they've got coming up that was made following last week's action.
Yeah, one statement from Tojo Yamamoto in regards to this, what they call Tony Burton, so-called wrestler. I tell you what, Tony Burton, 3 years ago, he come to me. He tell me, Mr. Tojo Yamamoto, I'd like to be a professional wrestler.
Okay, earlier I was talking about how I was watching that old mobster movie with Edward G. Robinson where he's like 5'5", but he was running around punching just slugging everybody, like one-punch knockouts. A similar visual would be Tojo Yamamoto just running around one-punch knockouting everybody that he sees.
I look at him, he look big and everything, but he...
Well, a kendo stick, but wouldn't you rather see him with his glow sticks?
Look like he's mentally retarded because he started and I said
oh boy, the Thorpes. Okay, so can we acknowledge that once again the Thorpes have stolen from Memphis with this mentally retarded gimmick that they're doing right now?
I don't know if you can be a wrestler. No, but he come and he pay me money. He told me, please, you train me. So yes, I took money and I train him and I train him and I train him. And nothing can go in his head. And I hit him with this, my shinai, my kendo stick. And I think maybe I can put some brain in his head.
God.
But no, nothing can go in his head. This boy must be stupid and retarded. And then he still come back for more. So I give him the more Japanese medicine with the shinai stick. And now I hear he wants to wrestle the master of the karate in like a self-defense. Tony Burton, you...
Hey, Wrestle Plunge.
You must be mistaken. You must be retarded, just like Jeff Jarrett. Because Jeff Jarrett, I
what
teach
a statement,
him,
man.
just
What a
like
promo.
you, Jeff Jarrett. That boy is retarded. Nothing can go in his head. And just like this big boy Tony, he's big palooka. His head is
Big
so thick now.
palooka.
He think he can be a great wrestler. Come against me. But Tony Burton, I tell you, you're gonna get beaten off your life.
You know what I like about this, too, is that it has the Jimmy camera angle, where all you can see is his face.
And I'm gonna beat you like a dog, like a USA dog. I don't like you because you're mentally retarded. But I tell you what, I'm gonna beat you so bad, and I'm gonna beat you like a dog, you no good big palooka. That's the statement you got from Tojo Yamamoto.
He's got a
Strong words from Tojo Yamamoto.
way with words. I don't think...
I mean, we haven't heard from him in a while, and I was kind of like, I wonder if he's gonna like tone down his rhetoric. Nah.
Burton is going to take too kindly to it. As a matter of fact, Randy Hales tracked down Tony to get some comments from him.
We got a statement from Tojo Yamamoto, and right now I want to talk to Tony Burton about the background of his training and about what happened on television with Tojo.
Well, Randy, I really can't tell you what happened to me on TV last Saturday, but I just took it as long as I could take it, and I just had to go off. I took for 3 years nothing but beatings off of Tojo, and when he started doing it to me on national TV, I just couldn't take it anymore. He just humiliated me more than I could ever.
Yeah, it was great. He was just like a monolith. It was just Tojo Yamamoto's face saying all this out-of-pocket stuff. Man, he really hates Jeff Jarrett.
Stand in front of my friends and family, and I just kind of went berserk there for a while.
Oh my gosh, Jason Hervey. I watched him the other night on Bischoff. Well, not the other night. It's probably been like a couple weeks, but on Bischoff's podcast.
But for 3 years.
Man, he dated and hooked up with Missy Hyatt. Missy Hyatt was in that movie too that had Stan Hansen and Glacier, Luther Biggs. Who else was in it? Ernest Miller. Oh man, I know there's some other ones. I can't remember.
It was just my dream to become a wrestler.
DDP, of course.
Training with Tojo every day. He beat me to a pulp. I just can't even stress to you how intense.
Look at all these guns. Oh, are those real guns or like die cat? Like, you know what I mean? Is that just like a metal cutout?
The training was and the pain we went through. And guys would come and go. There was hundreds of guys quit and leave us. But I'd just stick it out, my lifelong dream to be a wrestler, and I was so happy. And then Tojo, I don't know what, he loved dishing out the pain. I thought I was learning wrestling, but I never did learn that much wrestling. I just think the man's crazy in the head.
Well, Randy, let me tell you, he just said it all. That man, not only is he crazy, he's mentally ill, he's sick. I believe Tojo's, he's an old man that he's washed up, and he knows it, but he tries to just beat you up.
He's washed
Now, my
up.
dad was trained, you know, by Tojo, and I think Tojo probably did Dad a lot of good because back in those days, Tojo could move better and could train better. But now, the years have gone by, it was time for me to be trained, and Dad said, why don't you let Tojo help you out? So I only lasted about 6 or 7 months, but I finally, in the sessions, Tojo would be training. Tony knows. He'd tell us to give a hip toss, for example, to somebody, and we'd do it. And of course, you know, we were just starting out. We were going to mess up. And as we'd mess up, he'd just get...
Tojo comes out with this fire promo, lighting these guys up, you know, really going after him. And their response is this Good Morning America sit-down interview. Tojo just, like, shredded these guys. And they're not mad about it. They're just going to sit and have a calm conversation with EFD. Come on.
Get that kendo stick, and he'd beat the fire out of us, and for no reason. Then he'd tell us to do it again, and we'd mess up again. He never would tell us why we messed up. So I took it, and about 6 or 7 months went by. I went to Dad, and I said, Dad, Tojo's sick.
Hey, Doug.
He's mentally ill, and I'm not getting anything out of him. And so Dad said, well, you're on...
Mentally ill? Hold on. Well, that's kind of crossing a line, I think.
Man,
Jeff.
You do what you think's right. And so I went along with my wrestling career. But Tojo's a sick man. He's mentally ill. And, Tony, you got a match coming up with him. And my only thing I can tell you is you've taken the worst he can give out. The worst he can do is beat you with that stick. a little bit more, and I guarantee you're more of a man than I was. You took it for 3 years, and all it is confidence in your match, Tony.
Tony, you have that match signed, and I just wanted to know if you have any predictions for the outcome of that match.
Well, Randy, I don't really have no predictions. It's like Jeff said, though. He's beat me for 3 years, and what more could he do to me? I've took everything he could dish out. I just want to see if Tojo, he can bring that stick to the ring if he wants to. I'm used to that stick, and if he can put it on me, I can sure get it and put it on him, and we're going to find out if Tojo can take it or not.
Good luck to you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, man.
What an absolute drizzling shits interview. Like I said, Tojo was like fucking fired up, man, and then these guys come in with no energy, no passion, they're not angry. They're just like, well, I guess I deserve to be hit with a stick. Tojo's right about these guys, man. They don't learn anything. Couple of losers.
I think it's going to be interesting when those two guys get together in there to see Tony Burton.
I couldn't believe it.
And believe me, what he's telling you.
What a lousy interview.
Tojo Yamamoto dished out a lot of punishment to him, and Burton has got a lot of paybacks coming on it. And when he was embarrassed right here, and as he said in front of his family and all the TV fans, well, hey, I hear the music. That means one of the youngest of the single title holders, the Mid-America.
Yeah, so he hit me with the stick many times, but it was like, okay, whatever, bro.
Heavyweight champion Jeff Jarrett coming out to join us here. Jeff.
Remember when they were coming out to Word Up?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing. You know what Tony's talking about. Hey, listen, that's going to be an interesting match, but you're kind of locked up with one with Jack Hart yourself, the Stretcher.
The Stretcher, Jack Hart, I got a match coming up this week against Jack, but as you know, it's not a Mid-America title.
Stretcher Jack, for those of you who haven't been here the last couple shows, is Barry Horowitz.
Due to I got to fulfill some commitments later on, but I do got a match with Jack Hart, and it's sort of like we could call this a little grudge match. It's not called a grudge match, but right now, Lance, I'm calling it a grudge match because one reason, Jack. You come out here a couple of weeks ago and you beat up my good friend Randy Hales for no reason. You know he's not a wrestler.
Oh, man, he put the boots to Randy Hale. Who else got beat up in that? Was it Eddie Marlin that got beat up in the EFD brawl?
Then you come out here the very next week and beat up my grandfather. He used to wrestle, but you know.
Eddie Marlin, yeah.
No, he's gotten older.
Beautiful.
His best days are gone. And
I love to see Eddie Marlin get some comeuppance for all the bullshit he's been up to.
That really shows what kind of man you are. And this week, brother, it's payback time.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. Jeff, that's not the only reason I'm glad you're out here with me, because I happen to know what the other commitments and the reason that you can't go, and you're not talking about it, but I'm going to tell everybody about it. Jeff has a commitment to the AWA to defend the Mid-America title out in Lawler.
We got to be really careful with the AWA footage, unfortunately. Even if it's only like an interview clip, if it's on an AWA set or the AWA ring, like YouTube's really been busting my balls about it.
Las Vegas on ESPN in June, and one of the stipulations, of course, is that
we watch them in order as complete as possible. So like we started at the first show of 86 and we watched all of 86, and then now we're on 87. So in theory, yeah, we watch them in order, but sometimes there's an episode missing, but typically, yeah. And then we watch other wrestling too occasionally, but we don't do, we watch these like sequentially, but the other stuff, any other wrestling stuff, is just pretty much like random.
That you couldn't defend the title prior to that date to make absolutely certain that Jeff Jarrett has the belt.
Go out there. That's right.
Hey, that's not all the big news, because
With My Baby Tonight is one of the catchiest songs, in my opinion, of all time. Anytime I hear it, it makes me want to sing it. Oh, man.
One of the events that was going to take place out in Las
I
Vegas
almost, like, did that stupid shit where I hit that button by accident.
at that time was going to be the presentation of a trophy to Jeff Jarrett, who was selected as the AWA Rookie of the Year of 1986. Hey, I appreciate all of the AWA's commitments and ESPN and all that, but partner, you're home folks down here. I got in touch with Stanley Blackburn and asked Stanley if we felt like we should, and we wanted to participate in that, if he could get the trophy down here and make the presentation right here.
Yeah, every Friday we usually watch like 2 episodes or sometimes more if I have time.
And so what we're going to do is to listen right now. Larry Nelson did a little piece.
And every Thursday we watch Prime Time with George Durunda in order.
I'd like for you to hear, and then we're going to do the presentation right after.
But we're moving Durunda till tomorrow because I couldn't stream yesterday.
Listen to what Larry had to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to make an announcement on behalf of Stanley Blackburn of the AWA. Stanley Blackburn has decided that our 1986 Rookie of the Year comes from the Southern Division of the AWA, and it is none other than
I gotta
Jeff
mute
Jarrett.
this a little bit. I've got to like work around this AWA bullshit. Let's hear Tojo Yamamoto's thoughts on Jeff Jarrett.
Of wrestling
Yeah, they're going
broadcasters
to do
all
the
over the world.
in-ring
In fact, he was the best
presentation.
man at our producer's wedding. He is none other than Lance Russell.
Okay, thank you, Larry. But
Oh,
the guy
good,
that
it's
we
on
want to
Memphis
grab a
TV.
hold of this trophy
I thought they
right
were going to cut to like the AWA ring or something.
here is a fella, and right here it says it, Jeff.
It's so silly, like, that they even give a shit about a fucking 10-second clip on a 3-hour stream that does nothing but, like, promote their product. You know what I mean?
They can never take that away. AWA Rookie of the Year, Jeff Jarrett. Congratulations, partner. I don't know anybody who deserves it anymore. And, brother, I'll tell you, you have come up against all the obstacles.
Hey, this is a bunch of...
Hey, come on, Jack. Hey, will you quit it?
Yeah, doing wrestling, I find it's really fun to do. The only issues I have, the difference between live streaming and making videos is that they're a little bit, they handle the copyright or content ID a little bit differently. Like, they'll shut your stream down instead of just, like, demonetizing a video. You know what I mean?
Now, this wasn't out here for you. We're out here making a present.
Barry Horowitz has come out to confront Jeff Jarrett about this award.
You know, Jeff Jarrett, you come out here every week, and you're talking this, and you're talking this to all these redneck fans, and you want this, and you want that. I deserve a title shot before you go to Las Vegas with that Mid-America title. I'm talking to you,
Hey,
punk.
Jack, let me just say one thing. I made a commitment to them. They told me that I won the balloting. I told them that I'd have the belt in the early part of June, so I can't give you a Mid-America title. But I guarantee you one thing, Jack. When I get back, if I still have that belt, I guarantee you'll be first in line.
First of all, you're not
I like that he said, I'll tell you one thing, Jack, and his name is Jack.
going to have that belt because I'm getting a shot first and it's going to be around my waist. You're nothing but a redneck from Hendersonville. You shouldn't be wrestling,
True.
man. You should be milking cows with your dad. That belt is a joke. You're a joke. Your mother's a joke. Your whole family's a joke.
Stay away from it.
Hey, I'll do anything. I'm going to take that trophy and I'm going to...
I also don't understand, like, why. I guess it comes down to whether or not you have money to go to court over it. But, like, it doesn't make sense to me why, like, YouTube will rule in favor of, like, if I made a video like I do if I was reviewing a Thorpe stream. Like, even though I'm using, like, the entirety of their piece of content, like, YouTube is okay with that because of, like, the, transformative elements of it with the commentary, and if you're on camera, that helps, that kind of stuff. But that doesn't apply to everything on YouTube, which is weird to me. But again, it could just be that, like, you could like, keep up a video of, or, like, keep a video monetized maybe if you went to court and fought it, but, like, that's just so cost prohibitive.
I'm going to stick it where the sun
Hey, Bob
don't
Brown.
shine, Daddy. I'm taking it right now. I'm going to take it. Come on. Hey, I want...
Grace needs to collab with me. I don't think she would. I don't know what we would do. I don't think she would have an issue, though, collabing with me.
Hey, you get off my case, man.
I'm probably too boring, honestly, for, like, the Thorpe, the actual, like, on-screen Thorpe world.
Well, if you get out...
Now who's doing the talking? I'll take this. We can't put it where the sun don't shine. You just keep your little cat out of here. You just get on out of here.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that we ended up with a situation having the presentation of the trophy interrupted by Jack Hart, Jeff, but I got to tell you, hey, boy, I am so proud of you on that, and it couldn't go to a guy that deserves it anymore. Good luck in the future. Keep
That's
on
right.
stroking.
I'll get all of these people right here, Lance.
Okay, Jeff Jarrett, the AWA Rookie of the Year.
It's true. Well, we saw him in his very first matches, I'm pretty sure. Or definitely saw his first TV matches. I mean, I don't have anything against him really, but it's just like, man, he leaves no impression, and we've seen him now for 18 months probably. Well, probably not 18 months, but pretty close. At least a year's worth of episodes.
And he is a dandy indeed. Where are we, Dave?
Well, that's absolutely right. I just add my...
The Goose Arc, I have part 3 recorded. I'm going back to the library today, so if the Goose is there, I will, of course, document him.
2 cents worth there. No one has ever deserved it more. Phenomenal first year of wrestling.
The last time I was at the library, the Goose was not present. I looked everywhere for him.
For Jeff Jarrett.
I'll quickly say to overcome the obstacles of not being as big as some of the other guys in there. He's overcome the obstacle of saying, well, you know, your granddaddy's a promoter and all that. This kid is a great athlete, and let me tell you, you haven't seen the last of him by a long shot. We'll take time out, and we're going to be back with action in just a moment.
Bulldog Bob Brown.
Super card coming up Wednesday night in Evansville, Indiana. First, a reminder that on Thursday, June the 18th, the folks around Owensboro are going to have a chance to see championship wrestling coming rolling right into the Sports Center. That's Thursday, June the 18th, Owensboro. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. Take a listen. Stretcher Jack Hart will be tangling with Bucky Siegler in a great opening match. Special challenge matches.
You're surprised Lawler was back so quickly after Grace felted him? I mean... I don't know. I mean, I'm not surprised. I think he likes it. I mean, you kind of have to go back like over and over for the same experience pretty much. We could read scripture together. That's true. You think we should do an IRL collab reread? Maybe she could come to visit here and we could go to the Christian Science reading room.
This will be worth going to see, too. Tojo Yamamoto will be facing his former whipping boy, Tony Burton, for a little payback time.
I don't think I would be a good fit. I don't think the audience wants to see me, and I don't think that I really don't know what we could do because I wouldn't do the drama stuff. I'm not really interested in that. I'm not really interested in a struggle session. So I don't know.
National title match. The Soul Man, Rocky Johnson, will be challenging the Golden Boy, Chick Donovan, Mid-America title. Moondog Spot.
You know, Randy, I think you're right. That does make a lot of sense, what you're saying about Jeff Jarrett. And I would also say that, has there been anybody in wrestling that has benefited from so many, I hate to use this word again in the same sense, but, had so many benefactors, behind him? He always had somebody who, despite the fact that he would never break through to that elite level, were, convinced that if they just shoved him down people's throats that it would work. We got it in Memphis. Vince Russo did it in WCW. Vince Russo did it in TNA. Jeff Jarrett did it for himself in TNA. He convinced Dixie Carter. You know what I mean? I just feel like he's had so many opportunities handed to him, and he never really capitalized on any of them. The TNA run was, I think, probably his best overall work, but even then, it's part of the gimmick of that character is that he's, the chosen one, even though he doesn't really deserve it.
Trying to get it back from Jeff Jarrett. A Southern heavyweight challenge from Bill Dundee to Austin Idol, and finally.
Am I worried about Ben going in on me on my weed habit? No.
You're going to be having Jerry the King Lawler, Tommy Wildfire Rich meeting in that battle. You got to be there Wednesday night to see it. Okay, sitting right here with a gentleman that I haven't had the opportunity to talk on television very much with, the head man of Jarrett Promotions.
I tried to convince OPC Don to go into the fish tank with me and then for a day, and then afterward we would go to Ben because at that time I think Grace was supposed to be heading down to Florida or somewhere, and she was going to be gone for 10 days. So I wanted to release thousands of wasps into the RV in the meantime.
Jarrett. Jerry, good to have you back here, buddy. What have you been doing all these?
Oh, thank you, Bob Brown, for the 10 memberships, man. I appreciate that. Oh, who do we got? Oh, we got Trixie. Oh, Decent, TJ. Oh, South to West, Backwoods. Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Bob Brown. Jarrett's lucky to have, yeah, Russo definitely, like, only if the high is cresting. It's going to crest today. I'm going to take an edible before I go do the IRL. Jarrett's lucky to have, yeah, Russo was a huge benefactor for him. What's up, Pontflair? It's like you're immune to memberships or something. I'm sorry, it's me. What's up, To Watch London? Hey, Pontflair, you missed some crazy Tommy Rich promos. He had on a baby blue prom tuxedo and absolutely looked terrible earlier on in the show. Oh boy, look who it is. Speaking of, here's Jelly Jarrett.
Time. Well, I've been staying on the farm a lot. You say head man of Jarrett Promotions. I don't really feel that way. Eddie and Randy Hales do a super job.
Yes. I do. I really appreciate it, Bob.
They do. And my cows think I do good.
Listen, I gotta get into this. At least I gotta take the time to tell you, you have got to be proud as punch, brother, and congratulations, Jeff.
You got to be proud as punch, brother. Well, I guess. Oh no, boy, I guess.
Just winning the AWA Rookie of the Year, and it is a sensational award, and we have just been astounded how he has come along in 1 year.
Well, Rush Limbaugh, the library staff is aware of the goose's presence, and I think they're trying to figure out if there's a nest nearby. So I'm wondering if the reason I haven't seen him is because maybe they found the nest and they've either safely relocated it or something like that. But he's definitely there for a reason, because he's in downtown. Like, the library's in downtown. Like, there's no reason for geese to be wandering around downtown. So he's way off the beaten path to be there. So something has to be keeping him there.
Years time. Kid's a great athlete.
Thank you very much. And of course, I'm proud without saying. But do you think there's a possibility there's some mistake there? I'm not old enough to have a son that old.
Jerry coming into sweep.
Well, am I?
I hear that.
What I wanted to come out and talk about, though, is
what's the hey TJ, what's the rationale on YouTube's end of opting that you have to opt into getting free memberships? Is there a negative to getting a membership other than maybe you're maybe a social thing of somebody seeing you and being oh my God, you're a member of a Stacy Lustful official? You know what I mean? What's the downside to it?
Over the course of our being in business, we have from time to time broke various wrestlers in. And the list of the wrestlers that started right here is incredible.
Yes, it is.
And I just was back in the dressing room and watching the monitor, and Jerry Lawler, Tommy Rich, both had their beginnings here.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the other day the Rock and Roll Express, and I remember Ricky Morton when he was going with his father sitting up the ring in some of the towns. Rick Morton and Robert Gibson. The Kamala, the Uganda Giant, came here first. And I don't know if the fans remember it, but Hulk Hogan, one of the premier wrestlers in the country, came here and was the Hulk first.
Hulk is where he got it. Right here is where he got the name.
Right here is where he started. So, to keep from dragging this thing out very long.
Only Jerry Jarrett could make a Hulk Hogan story boring.
What we wanted to do...
Yeah, he does have a strong vagina-shaped... I can't tell if it's vagina-shaped or just skunk. Just a nice skunk stripe. But he has a very interesting Eye of Sauron going on top of his head right now.
And I have some time, and some of the great wrestlers have agreed to help with it. Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee. We're going to open up, as we've been announcing, a wrestling school. And this wrestling school, the one thing I want to point out is that joining it, signing up, has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with guaranteeing that you'll be a pro wrestler. But it does give you the opportunity that if you have the talent, to expose that talent and get a break in.
Well, Jerry, I got to tell you, it's none too soon. All the years, I have every week, no telling how many, of young men who say, hey, where's a good school, qualified school? There really hasn't been any qualified schools. And that.
Well, who's going to come sign up? Who's going to come sign up to be part of this school when we know that when you're part of this school, you just get beat by Tojo Yamamoto with a kendo stick?
That's one of the reasons I was so delighted.
And have your mental health question.
When I heard about the information that you were going to have this.
That's all I wanted to say, and it looks like you've got something else.
All right, so everybody's got to interrupt.
What we got here, we got the elusive Jarrett. This is the man. I've been looking. Oh, wait.
Oh, also, I don't know. I did update the badges too. So if you have 2 months now, you get a picture of Grace drinking a sippy drink. But then I think I get it up to a year. I did like the first, if you are a member for a year, you get like the top tier Grace icon.
Hey.
I've been looking all over the place for you. I think I've looked under every rock in Tennessee.
Somebody told me that, Wrestle Plunge, but I was high and forgot about it. Who's going to the school when you're just going to have to put over Jeff? Yeah, exactly. Better than the Heart Dungeon.
Try the side. You're the man.
Come here. Let me show you my picture of Luther Lindsay.
Oh, Jarrett Promotions, the big shot, and I've been trying to find you, and I'm the #1 manager of professional wrestling.
Oh my God, that's what we should call the goose, is Downtown Bruno.
You won't talk to me. What is it? Why won't you stay around and talk to me? I want to know something. Why is it that my Mid-American champion, Moondog Spot, the Mid-American heavyweight champion, just because he doesn't have the belt doesn't mean he's not the champion. Why can't he get a match with your son for the Mid-American title? Tell me. Why can't we get a match and we are the rightful champion? Hey, look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me.
Bruno, you well know that I don't negotiate any of your contracts. I don't have anything to do with the matches. I'm not the AWA, and I'm certainly not Eddie Marlin, and I don't look like Randy Hales. So you take these things up with them. I don't have anything to do with the match.
It's not coming up on mobile, Wrestle Plunge, but I'll do a search into it. I'll remember. I'll screenshot this so I won't forget.
Another time. Hey, Bruno.
Hey, don't be telling me that. You're going to tell me you got no pull around here.
Anything to do with booking the matches, and I don't have to look at your face. Don't put your hands on me.
Bruno, just keep...
Yeah, Stu's a weird guy, man. I never... Remember the story where he was flipping pancakes? And then he used the spatula to dig cat shit out of the litter box and threw it away and then went back to flipping the pancakes or doing the eggs or something like that?
Hey! Don't be pushing me like that.
Will you stop that stuff, man?
Wrestle Plunge, thank you for the gifted membership. Oh, look at that. First one out of the gate. Oh my gosh, amazing. It's me, literally got the first gifted sub or gifted membership. Another 10 from Bob. Thank you, Bob. That's amazing, man. I got to do... Oh, Blood Orange. Oh, look, Chad Rage. Oh, man, that's amazing, Bob. Thank you so much.
All right.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Come on. Moondog Spot ripping Jerry's shirt off on him there. And that big bone, that loaded bone he's got in there. Pounding him. Yeah, way to go, Bruno.
I can't believe we finally got It's Me in a membership. Amazing.
Jerry explained he didn't have anything to do with the match. And here's Jelp to help Jerry out. And Randy Hale out to take a look at him, too. Jeff and Randy. Look out.
You wanted to gift him 10 months of memberships? Hit him with that bone.
Jeff jumped from behind by Moondog Spot now. Come on, Bruno, get him.
I'm interested to see the Moondogs here because I have kind of a negative view on the Moondogs because when I was growing up, they were in WWF, and then it was like they wrestled like a really slow style. Like they were really boring to watch as a kid. So I'm interested to see how different they are in Memphis.
I'm out of here.
Dude, it's going to be a long time before we get any new emotes, unfortunately. Should have hit Randy Hales too, absolutely.
Ah, look out. Yep, over the desk. Look at the chairs back here. Moondog Spot with that bone. Top of the head of Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, man, that looked good.
Get him some help out here. Look out Billy and Mark Starr. Billy Travis and Mark Starr to help
Billy Travis.
Jeff and Jerry. Jerry trying to get over this way. Boy, he was really pounded in the back with that bone by Moondog Spot. Well, an incredible display again from downtown Bruno.
Hey, Jack, yeah, that's Jeff Jarrett. You remember them in Smoke? Yeah. I really like Smoky Mountain. I kind of think we could get away with watching Smoky Mountain on here sometime, but I don't know. We'll have to test it one day.
Bruno and one of his stable, the Moondog Spot, who he brought in here a couple of weeks ago. And what do? They jump a man who has just explained that he had nothing to do right now with making the matches, that he needed to be talking to Eddie Marlin or Randy. Well, here you are back again. Yeah, at least let's get you in the ring this time. Have a match here, for heaven's sake, instead of jumping people out on the floor. Well, the Moondog is up there. Apparently, Bruno's got him all fired up and ready to go. Here comes referee Jerry Calhoun and Ronnie Nations from Jackson, Mississippi. Moondog Spot jumping him before
Wrestling
he even gets into the ring. The bell sounds, and the match is officially underway.
He's not even going to get his jacket off.
When it comes to the Moondog, then I got nothing to do with it. If Jarrett can play the game, I can play the game.
See his whole body compressed down? That looked awesome.
Come on.
It's good for the Goose. It's good for downtown Bruno. Jarrett got nothing to do with nothing.
Here comes Jeff Jarrett. He's got the bone from Moondog Spot's corner.
Oh, he stole his bone.
It's going to be a disqualification on Ronnie Nations, but a measure of satisfaction from Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, the Moondog had that bone hanging on.
So you want one of the librarians to fight the Goose in a 3 stages? Well, it is a good time, honestly, because they're working on the facade of the building. So we could technically start at the base and have the first fall in the parking lot. Then you go up we could use the apple picker to raise them up to the second floor, and they could have a match there, and then they could take the ladder up onto the roof for like the big finale.
On the ring post over here, Jeff grabbed it and went after him. And
hey, Cody Turbo.
Bruno may not have anything to do with Moondog, but when he said, let's go, I noticed Moondog came right out of there, huh? Yeah, well, it's time to settle it down.
We got to take a break, and we'll be back here.
No, we don't want to hear from him, Jeff. Wrestling school.
Our discussion's been going on here for about 2 or 3 minutes. Jeff came out and called Randy out, and Lance is over talking with him too. Jeff wants a match, and he wants the title at stake.
Randy Hales is upset because Jeff Jarrett loaned him some money earlier, but he only loaned him $5. And what's he going to do with $5?
Is not wanting to book the match because, as Lance explained earlier, Jeff has the match coming up in Las Vegas, and one of the stipulations for that match is that he not defend the Mid-America title before that Las Vegas match. That's just to ensure that he has the belt for the Las Vegas matches. Now,
what's going on here? Let's get a mic in this.
Jeff is most upset. There you see him going, and he needs that belt, and that's one of the stipulations with the ESPN match. What Lance is saying, okay, did he book it?
They're going to book the match. It's a mistake.
Oh, boy, they're going to book it, folks.
He could do it another time. He could wait until the situation with the AWA in Las Vegas is over with. But he insists on having the match right now. And the Moondog, of course, he won't take a match unless it's a title match. And so Randy Hales, representing Eddie Marlin, said he's going to... Okay, I got mine. Randy, they are going to book the match. Mistake.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But that is the way that tune goes sometimes. Okay, where are we?
We got a match coming up here.
Oh, boy, do we have a match coming up here, partner. Man, I am telling...
Speaking of Randy Hales, I didn't know this either, or I forgot it if I did know it, but the Bill Dundee book was written by Bill Dundee just narrating to Randy Hales, and then he did all of the like typing or whatever.
Telling you what, this is a big expiration of time match, Dave. Could be one fall, could be
expiration
4 or 5,
of time
6.
match.
We've got quite a bit of time,
9 minutes.
and it is an expiration of time match. So looking forward to it. And Bruno is
and all that's happened. I had forgotten.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Bruno and Goliath.
Do you think that would work if you were like, if someone was like, you approached you or you started a conversation with you, but you didn't want to, like, you didn't really want to do it? Could you tell them it was like an expiration of time conversation, and that just at some point you just have to walk away, whether it was resolved or not?
Bubba and Goliath, with Bruno jumping all over him for not being aggressive enough in their recent matches. They are going against the team of Mark Starr and Billy Travis.
Oh, I hate Billy Travis.
A good-looking young team or what?
It sure is.
I can't. I'm not down with Billy Travis.
I told them that was what I was all about. I told them they do what I tell them. I told them they don't walk away when I'm talking to them. They don't stand there when I tell them to get in the ring. They don't go in the ring and wrestle like they're.
But I think it's so cool that, like, right before he got inducted or is getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, that, like, I've had a chance to see him in Memphis now for, I don't know, probably like about a calendar year. Like, I just have such a bigger appreciation for good old Tugboat.
Lazy. Whenever I tell them not to, they're going to get vicious. They're going to get bad. They're going to get mean. Apparently, it did them a little bit of good because now they're fired up. Now they're getting bad. Now they're getting funky. Now they're in there slamming Billy Travis. Now they're getting bad. Look at that big, mighty leg across his throat. This team is getting fired up again. They're getting out of the fire.
What are these guys doing out here?
That's my prime time.
Yeah, great.
They can do anything they want to, right?
You big uglies.
Hey, come on, Jerry.
Oh, no way. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, bad company.
He hit the wrong guy. Disqualification, though, has occurred, and Bruno and his downtown connection. Oh, look at this, Bubba. Bubba Steve to Bruno. Bubba says, we had it won. What are you doing? We were in control.
I gotta take their side.
Come on, let's go, hit him.
Because they did have it. When out comes Tanaka and Diamond, they were trying to use the chair to get to Travis and Starr, but Big Bubba's telling downtown Bruno, your pride and
Just
joy
play
comes
Jeopardy
out and
music.
causes us to lose on a disqualification.
Well, anyone who's watched my IRL streams knows I don't stop anybody from talking. I'll stand there with them for 20 minutes.
Oh, little storm.
Trouble
right
in
there
River
the
City.
Still
corner.
no boil over
So
though.
the first ball is going to go to the team of Billy Travis.
I'm relieved, to be honest, because I thought something was gonna happen where they had to let Billy Travis get a win over Big Bubba and Goliath, and I was like, oh no.
Travis and Mark Starr on a disqualification. Right. We're going to take time out. We still got plenty of time for action, and I think I'm going to love it. Be back in just...
No, we don't, Lance. Oh man, what a liar. He said that was an expiration of time match. Now we have another match?
a moment.
Or are they going to bring... Okay, hang on. I spoke too soon. They're going to bring them back out again, and then we're going to get the boil over, right? It's got to be. I'm getting heated now. I'm worked up.
Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum, son of a gun, I can't believe. Regular prices, 6 matches, and brother, I mean quality action all the way. One of them is going to be a Mid-America title match where Jeff Jarrett's going to be putting this belt on the line against the guy he won it from, Moondog Spot. Jeff?
It's payback time in Evansville, Indiana. Moondog, what you did to my dad, there's no place for that.
Evansville.
Wrestling. He's an ex-wrestler. His days are gone, but my days are here, Moondog, and I'm going to... Payback time in Evansville.
Just look out for that bone, Jeff. That's all I can say.
I saw when I was talking to the lady at the gift shop I saw Joe put in chat TTS yapper, but somebody said they couldn't tell if I was trying to get away from them or not. I don't try to. I would pretty much just like, I don't know. For me, it's almost like if they're talking that much, like clearly they need to. Does that make sense? So like, I don't mind being the person that they talk to. Plus, it's like I don't know if it's the most interesting content, but I mean, it's real.
And then stand by for this. I'll tell you, this is one you dream about. The superstar Bill Dundee challenges for the Southern Heavy.
Bill Dundee trains your dad, Ghosty Russ. Is that really true? At the wrestling school?
Heavyweight belt against the heartthrob Austin Idol. I love it.
That's right, Lance. It's the first time we're going to challenge. It's going to be the last time because I'm going to beat you, Idol. That's right. I'm going to beat you because I don't like you, punk, because you run around telling the whole world that you did something I've given my whole life or tried my whole life to do and couldn't do it. Well, neither did you, punk. It took you and 2 other people to cut the king's hair. But I'm going to tell you this. The superstar's taking that belt off you by himself.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up to really understand it, but it does seem, or to get all the details, but it does seem like for the last little while anyway, of course, Jarrett has started to move Jeff out of Memphis and getting more time in on for AWA while simultaneously making sure that he's always featured on Memphis TV. So maybe maybe his attention is more focused on like the AWA stuff.
Think that isn't going to be a fight. Hey, and that isn't all of it. Let me tell you, the last match on there is going to be something else. When the King goes rolling in there against Wildfire.
Are you serious, Ben Jordan? That's wild, man. I watched a bunch of Ben Jordan videos over the weekend.
Tommy Rich. And I got a little message for Tommy Rich.
Here's the thumbnail. I always like to say when the thumbnail is.
For you too, Lance. It's not the King.
If I had seen the one earlier though of him with inside of his house with the sunglasses on, I probably would have went with that one.
It's the old King. That's what you're going to see in Evansville.
Wrestling
now, what you saw here on television
Lawler,
today was
Jerry
just a little
Lawler.
sample of what I got in store for Rich and Idol and Paul Dangerly too. Because you see, I got a bag of tricks that don't really have a bottom in it. I've forgotten more dirty tricks than Idol and Rich will ever know. So Tommy Rich, I've told everybody I got a list, and your name unfortunately happens to be on the top. So that means I'm going to take care of you first. And right there in Evansville Wednesday night, I don't care how deep I have to reach into that bag of tricks. I don't care exactly what I have to do. But the old King is going to be there.
Yeah, the stuff I watched was USWA. I had to look it up for sure because there's so many little like promotions that pop up there. But yeah, this was the stuff I was watching was USWA TV.
And when that happens, boy, like I said before, there's dues to be paid, and I'm going to do some collecting Wednesday night in Evansville.
Regular prices, you got to be out there and see it.
Jay Lala.
Let me tell you something. Everybody ought to know by now, they've been busting up the dressing room, screaming and hollering, kicking in doors. That's right. I fired Bob and Goliath because they're no good to me anymore. They don't follow orders. They can't win a match. Well, Prime...
Wow, wrestled WWF till 95. Oh, and it got hit by a truck. Oh my God. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear. Sorry to hear about he's got stage 4 cancer. Yeah, that's so. I don't think I had seen any of it. I don't know much about Memphis besides what we watch on the stream, which was like 86 and now 87. But like when I was going through videos yesterday, I saw that the Ben Jordan kept coming up over and over again. That's interesting.
Time follows orders. Prime time.
It's a wrestling synchronicity. Oh my Lord, healthy family force. What's up, Jedi Rich?
Prime takes initiative, and his team wins the match. So you guys, I want you guys to replace Bob and Goliath, go in there and beat the living tar.
I saw. Yeah. Are you thinking about doing any content down at the place?
Yeah, okay, Bruno. I thought we're off and running. Hey, please, not another filibuster.
Put on your goat head or your mirror disco ball hat.
Only a minor setback. I'm going to tell you something. I gave them a chance. They blew it. And instead of handling it like gentlemen, maybe things should have been resolved. They went back in that dressing room, were kicking in chairs, knocking down tables like they were in some...
Well, wait a minute. What happened here? I thought it was Big Bubba and Goliath. Now they're just swapping teams entirely?
...class bar somewhere, and then everybody knew about it, because everybody in every dressing room, all the fans, everybody walking around, heard them two big goofballs busting chairs, screaming, hollering.
Ghosty Russ, that's exactly where I saw it too, was on the VHS rehab. That's so crazy. That channel is exactly the kind of stuff I look for on here, and I had literally, it just came up in my algorithm for the first time like this weekend, and I was watching the USWA videos. I was actually thinking about showing some of them on stream when we get to that point in time, because it looks like some amazing, some really amazing matches and interviews.
Wearing back there. It made me sick to my stomach. It made me...
Oh, they're completely fired now? Oh my God. Wow. Just got back from standing in line at the weed store? Wow.
Made me ashamed to be involved in professional wrestling and see those two guys out.
You Michigan people, you have it easy.
Hey, they had the first fall going their way when the prime time came roaring in there. That's what got the disqualification.
Lance Russell, prime time can do anything they want to do. Prime time is the international tag team champions, brother, of the world. International. That means Colombia. That means Peru. That means Canada. That means Hawaii. That means Germany. That means Japan. That means...
Grace just posted a GoFundMe to sue Keemstar. Well, you know what? I like this. This is a huge content. Obviously, this is a huge issue for Ben and Grace. But this is a good litmus test for what do the viewers think. Do they believe in this enough, whether legitimately, legally, or just as they would just want to see what happens? So if they fund it, then, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But if they don't, if the people speak and they say they don't want to see that, I'll be interested to see what happens.
China, that means Korea, that means Neptune, that means Antarctica.
Tortious interference.
Geography, please, Bruno.
Bad company prime time.
Doing too well right now.
Yeah, you see.
Primetime Paul Diamond. I thought I saw a comment that said something strange. I must have been hallucinating.
Diamond getting jerked around all over the ring up there.
Diamond getting jerked around all over the ring.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, if I got in the ring...
He's turning that ring into a glazed donut at some point in his life.
And yanking everybody's hair and their tights and their shoes and their tongue and everything else. I can do all that stuff to somebody too.
Talking.
Yeah, talking. It's like Mama says it bees that way sometimes. If I'm lying, I'm dying, Lance Russell. That's right. Prime time. Prime time. Oh, it's glory. Why do you think we got the belts? Why do you think we're prime time and they're not? You tell me.
Yeah, well, Mark Starr, Billy Travis, a very impressive team together.
Yeah, when I yanking the hair, I'm going to have to speak to Tanaka about getting a haircut. It's a shame because it looks good and it makes them look even better.
I think YouTube should process all the payments early so that people have their money on 420.
Spot, Lance Russell. People like Travis yank the hair. That's a disadvantage because of the cheaters. Oh, my.
Just the upper arm. Put Tanaka right.
You want to get it on Elon Musk's radar?
Down on his back.
Oh, yeah, bro. You're going to tell me that there is some sort of...
I feel like he would like Keemstar. I have to be honest. I think they would like each other.
Loaded secret weapon in there somewhere, someplace, somehow. First of all, it's bad breath enough to finish World War III. We all know that. That's why I'm over here instead of the ringside. I can't stand that bad breath.
Oh, shit, a barbed wire match?
Wait a minute. Look at Mark Starr. What right does he have coming into the ring? What right does he have coming into the ring?
What right does Diamond have in there?
Starr out on the floor with Pat Tanaka, Dave, and Billy Travis
Hard
up
Rock,
in the ring
Paul
with
Diamond.
Paul Diamond, and boy,
Hard Rock kind of makes sense for his drug gimmick.
Tell you what, a Donnybrook and a half underway with these four guys now, all of them out on the floor. Man.
ATF Media on the cannabis lotion. No, not the lotion. I have had like the roll-on THC CBN like sleep. I don't know what you would call it. It's just like it's. I don't know if you consider it a lotion, but it's like it looks like the old style deodorant with like the rolling ball, but like it's just like it's like a topical, but it's got THC and CBN in it.
Travis let him have it and popped him right in the top of the head there. Diamond battling back.
It's me. Your mom was happy about the membership, but is hoping to get the still secure the bag, the 306.
Double count out. Referee counted to 10, yeah, so it's there's going to be no winner of the second fall here. Double count out.
Second fall, it's a different
Diamond
team.
and Tanaka split. They found out it was time to go because Travis and Starr really were geared up for that fall.
Yeah, well, they sure were. They looked mighty good. The time on the fall was 2:17.
2 minutes, 17 seconds. It is a double count out. It will not be assessed in anybody's column. So what we're going to have to do is take time out, and we'll be back with more. And I think we got time for a third fall, Dave, and we'll be back in just a moment after we check the time.
I typically like to like go along with like whatever the booker or whatever is deciding who's good or bad, but I do like to heckle the referee.
You know, it's like they say.
I don't know, but it feels like Billy Travis has been getting airtime literally since the beginning of '86 and has gone absolutely nowhere. He had that one storyline with Frank Morrell, that weird father-son thing, and then did he have a really short feud with Joe LeDuc before Joe LeDuc switched over to former drug addict Paul Diamond?
And you're having fun, it all flies, doesn't it? We got a minute and 30 seconds, so you can time it, and we're going to be out of here, so we don't have time for a third fall.
Time we got the bell sounded, time would be out there. Yeah, the winners of the, I
Two
guess Billy
eclairs.
Travis and Mark Starr.
What about 2 motherfucking THC Peppas on the side?
Win the first match there when Diamond got the disqualification, but then in that second match, double count out there after that fall, so it doesn't go in anybody's column. It
Washes, right.
Yeah, just a double count out. Earlier, Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond defeated Jim Jameson and William the Freezer Thompson. Moondog Spot defeated Ron Nation. There was a disqualification there. Jeff Jarrett came in after Jerry had been jumped by Jerry Jarrett had been jumped by the Moondog Spot a little bit earlier in downtown Bruno. But the moment of the day, Tommy Rich set to do battle against John Paul, and at ringside, an autograph seeker turned out to be the King, wearing a dress in disguise.
I forgot about
but
that.
The King, nonetheless. The King jumped in the ring, ran Tommy Rich out of here. I mean, he flat ran him out of the studio, no question about it. The King is back.
235-pound young lady jumped up on the ring apron.
Yes, sir. Seeking an autograph and got a measure of revenge,
oh boy,
I think.
I loved it, I'll tell you for a fact. Okay, it looks like, by golly, that we've just run ourselves right flat out of time. We had a dandy today in there. There'll be more from time to time.
Oh, whoops. Okay, this is CWA Championship Wrestling from Memphis, June 6th, 1987. So it picks up right where it's the next show after the one we just watched. All the local promos and commercials are for the Evansville, Indiana audience. Very exciting.
Everybody, Lance Russell and Dave Brown. We're right along ringside, ready to go with another big day of championship wrestling. I love it, Dave.
Oh, I tell you, opening match today. We really get going with a good one. Shima and Hilo with Tojo Yamamoto will be in the ring to go against Billy Travis and Mark Starr.
Boy, have they not looked good together in a very short time?
Really have. Looking forward to that. That's just the opening match of the day. A little bit later on, Jeff Jarrett will be here in a single match. We'll have Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka a bit later on, too. John Paul will be here. And we will have a match, looking forward to this one. Stretcher Jack Hart and Chick Donovan will be going against the team. Are you ready for this? Of superstar Bill Dundee and the King, Jerry Lawler.
Whoa, boy. We are really looking forward to that match, to see Lawler and Dundee back together again right here on Championship Wrestling. They'll be going against the rugged team, as Dave said, of the Stretcher and the Golden Boy. We got time. By golly, we better get on it. Take time out right now. We'll be back with that opening match for you in just a moment. Today is going to be Billy Travis, Mark Starr going against...
Yeah, they unmasked Billy Travis, of course, revealing that it was him. And then they were just kind of like, well, he doesn't really have anything else in his life, so he should be allowed to stay. And everybody was just kind of like, okay.
The team of Mr. Shima and Mr. Hilo. That's a dandy, and we're looking forward to that. And we've also got some other great action. By the way, as we had indicated earlier in the week, we will be later on having some information about the wrestling school. I've had so many guys who are interested in finding out about the wrestling school. We will have that a little bit later on. We're ready to go, so if we can get somebody out here. We wanted to see, yeah, come on, Tony. We wanted to get this underway and get going here, partner, because we got a big show. Tony Burton coming out here, and I wanted to get Tony because he had that little ruckus going with Tojo Yamamoto. And I want to know how it feels to have that first one with Yamamoto, who had trained you and all of that. How's it feel to have it behind you, Tony?
Well, Lance, I'll tell you, it's like anything else. The first one, that's the big hard one. And I was just a little bit nervous, but I got that under my belt. All the butterflies are gone. And for 3 years, that bald-headed little man has beat on me with that stick. But I get a lot more satisfaction now that I can beat with that stick, and I want to beat on his bald head, and I just can't wait to get him again.
All right, partner, we'll wish you a lot of good luck. Big Tony Burton, who finally had it right up to his neck with Tojo Yamamoto and ended up in a match with him. Got a little bit of a revenge out of that particular one, and he's not through either.
Yeah, it's either Pomp Flair or Dave's channel loves the Billy Travis getting arrested on TV story.
Made him feel pretty good, too.
For child support, right?
Okay, let's see if we can get him out here. Travis Starr, Shima, and Hilo. Here comes referee Jerry Calhoun. That's a start, at least. Good crowd on hand today for our championship wrestling.
Here's the Japanese team, and now I think you can tell from the crowd reaction, Billy Travis and Mark Starr have just hit the ring. Tojo Yamamoto with a comment.
I want to see more of Miss Oh Boy.
The good Lord down power dog, you want to come out fighting now? You come outside here now, you no good coward stinking dog.
Get over the ring, Tojo, please, and let's get on with this match here. You come out here hollering, screaming.
Tojo putting a little hype on it.
Okay, bell time.
I think Hilo's got a great look here. I'm interested to see what he could do in a singles match, but I doubt we'll get one. We don't see the Japanese guys too often in singles here.
Here we go, David.
It's Shima starting against Billy Travis. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. The Japanese team out of Tokyo. Billy Travis out of Lexington, Kentucky. His partner Mark Starr, a Floridian from Pampa. Billy and Mark with a total weight of 455. The Japanese team total is 469. That does not include Tojo or the kendo stick that he carries over in the corner. Look at Billy. Oh.
Hey,
look at Shima.
That cues in. Wow. Nice move by Travis, and he really tagged him. Cues in, though, a trivia question, Dave. And the answer is just pretty obvious right then and there. Who is the former... wait a minute.
Yeah, the wrestling shows usually have do pretty well chat-wise, especially.
You come outside here, Tony Burton. You no good coward stinking dog.
Tojo.
You want to fight me now? Come outside here, fight me now, you coward stinking dog.
We got a match up here, and we don't need you over here screaming and hollering about Tony. Pay attention. Your guys have got enough problem in there. Who is the former Kentucky State High School high jump champ? Get this, at 6 feet 10.5 inches.
Wow.
Oh,
well, it's got to be the man who was just high jumping in the ring right there, Billy Travis.
Billy Travis, can you believe 6'10"?
No, I didn't know that about Billy. Yeah.
Billy, when he was a high jumping champ, weighed about 165, 167 pounds. But 6'10", boy, that's a long way up in the air to be high jumping.
Dude, and he's still wrestling at this time. We see him from time to time on TV, but he's also working a lot of these house, or I don't know, just arena shows, I guess.
Fosbury Flop and
the circuit.
He was a winner. Mark Starr, Billy Travis in now with Mr. Hilo. They're going to double whip him.
Wait till they see a Durunda stream.
Big upper arm pounded on Hilo. Down he goes.
Also, I want to tell you, Tony Burton, he introduced me to his wife. He said, I got a nice wife.
Look at Lance.
He introduced me his wife. His wife is so fat, just like a big barber, and stinks. I tell you, look like a stink.
Tojo, get out.
I tell you what, she look like fat. It look like a retarded. You understand?
Please just get back.
She look like a Burma. You know that Burma bull, that big bull? Exactly like that.
Get back over. You boys are in some trouble as Mark Starr comes down off the ropes.
I love that he just keeps going back over.
Oh, something else, isn't he? Mark Starr battling Shima. Shima puts him into the ropes. Oh, he got him with a knee in the midsection as Mark Starr was bouncing off the ropes there. Over in the corner, bad place to be. Hilo grabbed him from outside.
Yeah, I don't
Shima
like him either.
pounds Mark Starr's head into the turnbuckle.
I mean, again, I think Billy Travis is an improved wrestler. I don't care for his promo, but it's kind of like, honestly, I feel the same way about Jeff Jarrett. When they were tag teaming, I just would block them out. I wasn't upset by them, or I didn't hate seeing them, but I just didn't care. I'm not invested in Billy Travis, even though the matches are okay. His work rate is getting better, but it's not worth it.
Shima with the body slam. Just walked across his stomach. Over to the corner and the tag on Mr. Hilo.
Oh, here comes Hilo.
Vicious chop. Wonder where he learned that. Kick 2.
Another thing, Lance, I want to tell you. You know, Tony Burton, his wife, he brings his small little baby to me. He said, look, I got a very, very nice baby. You know, that baby look like he's a big waterhead. Retarded waterhead.
Tojo,
that baby look like Tony Burton and ugly.
Get out of here.
No, I tell you,
Tojo is
completely
out of pocket in this episode.
He's a big head retarded.
Oh boy, here, Tony Burton. Oh my God. Oh wow. Oh my gosh.
He-Man Hilo from behind. Here comes Billy Travis, Mark Starr.
Oh my Lord, here we go. I really like that he kept coming over and like escalating the rhetoric until finally like he just crossed the line and Burton had to come out and confront him.
Well, you just
Look at him
what
go.
you deserve, Tojo. He deserved every bit of it. Come out here talking about people like that.
He can talk about me. He can talk about my wife. But he ain't gonna talk about my pretty little girl that way.
I don't blame you, Tony. What happened in the ring, Dave?
Well, when Tony was pounding on Tojo over
Jeff
here,
Gaylord, I don't
Hilo
think I
left
have
the
seen
ring.
that.
Billy Travis and Mark Starr came over to keep them out of this action, so the referee stopped the match. Match stopped at 3 minutes, 36 seconds.
It just makes me so hot, that Yamamoto. All he does is spend his time right now putting people down. We're going to take time out. We still got, believe me.
What's the okay? I'm not knocking the opportunity to see the crazy promos, but like, what's the reasoning behind making this feud so personal? With the Jarretts, I get it because Tojo teamed up with Jerry for a long time, and then they built that long storyline with Jeff when he first came in. Why is it so personal with Tony Burton? There's no way Tony Burton is ever going to get over enough to be like a main guy. So why are they making it so like intensely personal?
Yeah,
hoping to get it over, I guess.
We'll be back.
Okay, back in the action ring, by golly, right here on Championship Wrestling. We got plenty of it. Wednesday night, I think you are going to like the card. One of the matches we're going to be taking a look at is going to be an International Heavyweight Championship match. Stretcher Jack Hart has been hollering for title action.
You got it now, didn't he?
Bill Dundee.
Yeah, that's right. You stole the international title from the Dangerous Alliance when you ripped off chicks down of Indentured Superstar, huh?
Now you got the Stretcher
Oh, I like this Miami Vice Paul Heyman.
himself, Jack Hart. Well, you see, Stretcher was the one that helped me with the plan that put out your partner, Rocky Johnson. And don't forget the mastermind himself, who had Austin.
Grace is going to fart in a jar for every donation to the Sue Keemstar GoFundMe.
On time, you should take your other partner, Jerry Lawler's hair.
If you donate at least $1,000, you can get the the week-old leggings, the last 3 days of which no underwear.
Well,
I think OPC Don got those already though.
We're going to take the international belt from you. And if the Stretcher doesn't do it, I'll find somebody who can. But I won't need to, because the Stretcher will do it. Dundee, as for the international belt, kiss it, shine it, and say goodbye to it, because it's mine now.
Well, that is so much easier said than done. I want to see it Wednesday night. Well, here he is. Take a good look at him.
Yeah. Oh, look at he's got a Parade of Stars hat.
Bruno is going to be on one side of the ring in a six-man tag. Big Bubba is going to be on the other.
Let me tell you something, Big Bubba. You're big and you're strong and you're tough, but you're slow. You're slow upstairs and you're slow in your body. So you can't catch me. I don't care how fast you run. You're not as fast as me and you can't catch me. You're too stupid to come up with a plan to get me. So there ain't no way you're going to touch me, Big Bub. And then what we got? The Moondog against that bleach-blonde little punk, Jeff Jarrett.
Title against Jeff Jarrett's hair.
Jeff Jarrett's going to look funny bald-headed. See, mine's growing back. So the
time mine goes back as long as Jeff's is now, then Jeff's going to be bald like this. Then you're going to be the fool walking around looking like a bald-headed geek. What do you think of that, Jeff Jarrett? And you know what's real funny, Lance Russell? There ain't nobody can save him, see? Ain't nobody can save him no matter what. Am I right or wrong? You got no Eddie Mullen, you got no Jerry, you got no Jerry Lawler. Can save him.
Jeff Jarrett can save himself.
No, he can't. Jeff Jarrett's a skinny little punk, see? It's like Mama says, it be's that way sometimes.
Okay, Wednesday night,
It'd be that way sometimes. He's really pushing that.
I tell you, we didn't really have time to list all
so many. Yeah,
I mean, there's so many. What a thing it's going to be. Okay.
I love the energy there. Oh,
let us take a look at something that we mentioned a little bit earlier. And
I have to see that again. I'm sorry.
I know.
This is.
We didn't really have time to list all.
So many. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many. What a thing it's going to be. Okay, let us take a look at something that we mentioned a little bit earlier, and that is to say that I know that I have, and I assume that everybody who's connected with championship wrestling has heard from people saying, hey,
what's going on here? Something has to be happening here. Lance Russell is Mr. Prepared, Mr. Able to pick up even like a fumbled handoff from whoever he's interviewing. Like, what's going on in Lance's mind here?
You're talking about that wrestling school. I want to find out more about the wrestling school and the genuine interest.
Listen, Dave, what about that wrestling school? Want to know more about that wrestling school? Yeah.
We're going to try to take care of the information on it, and be sure to have a pencil and paper ready right now so that you can take down the address on it, because this will be your opportunity. And please, we don't mind Jay asking, but let's not keep asking us. Take the address down, please, and it will give you an opportunity to get all the information you need about the wrestling school. So if we're ready with that, let's take.
There could be a little. This could be a little bit of booze in there.
Take a look at it right now.
Hello, I'm Michael St. John, and if you would like to be trained to become a professional wrestler and are 18 years or older, then send your name, address, and phone number, along with your height and weight, to Wrestling School, 126 Waltons Ferry Road, Suite F1, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 37075. That's Wrestling School, 126 Waltons Ferry Road, Suite F1, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 37075. All applications will be sent by return mail.
Quite an interesting match. It was a single bout. It had to do with the Mid-America title. It was the return of Jeff Jarrett meeting the Moondog Spot. Boy, I'm going to tell you what. That doggone match was absolutely one of the wildest, most unpredictable son-of-a-guns that I believe I have ever seen. It absolutely was all over the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. You take a look now at some of the highlights of that match with Jeff and the Moondog Spot for the Mid-America title. Here it goes.
What about that wrestling school?
Well, it got started in a flourish. Big backdrop from Jeff Jarrett. Mid-America title match with Moondog Spot.
Hey, Dancing on the Sun.
Challenging Jeff Jarrett for the title, and boy, they have disappeared from the ring action.
Oh my God, they're destroying the place.
All the way in the back, Jeff going after Spot. It was Spot who nailed Jeff's dad, Jerry, on television, beat him with that bone.
Beat him with that bone.
And Jarrett.
He dropped it.
had not the defense of the Mid-America title in mind. He had getting some revenge on his mind as he is going after Spot back on a stage behind all of the stands.
There's always one chick screaming bloody murder. Yes, absolutely.
Seats, rather.
Let's go to this side.
One big rough son of a gun, Spot is. Jeff right over the fence. Moondog right after him. And he's pounding on Jarrett. On the table.
Well, the real reason why you hear so many women at these Memphis shows that are kind of, crying out in, wanton lust is because they know that at any moment there's a possibility that there could be a sighting of the original rock and roll tag team, Maniac Mike, Tommy Lane, the rock and roll RPMs.
Grabs a chair, throws it into the ring. Number 2, 3, with a Mid-America belt. He beats on Jarrett.
CBT.
Moondog continues to rip him with a right every time Jeff gets up. And Jarrett fighting his way back into this match. Puts the Moondog down. Clothesline. Now he covers one. Got a 2 count, and now Jarrett grabs. While the Moondog goes after the bone, Jarrett rips down Bruno. Back drops the Moondog.
Oh, come on, ref.
He's wrestling with a referee.
Look at Jarrett.
Goes referee Jerry Calhoun.
He had to try to cheat. The Moondog brought the bone to ringside. It accidentally, when somebody hit the ropes and the bone bounced into the ring, the Moondog picked it up to take it back to get it out of the ring to avoid a potential disqualification. Jeff Jarrett attacks him needlessly during that transition, and then he tries to steal this man's personal property to use it against him, and then he attacks the referee. I mean, come on.
Takes that bone, slams
Of course I remember Big Vis, of course.
it upside the head of Jeff Jarrett.
He was also involved in one of my favorite Bobby the Brain Heenan calls, who was always good at the Royal Rumble especially. But I remember when Gorilla Monsoon would ask him, like, who do you think's going to win? And he'd be like, maybe Mabel. Maybe Mabel.
Referee still down on the floor. Jerry Calhoun being picked up by Moondog. Pushed back in the ring.
Oh, boy.
1, 2. Put on the
rope. Come on.
Saves the count of 3. Misses Jarrett.
I can see why people rioted back in the day, man. I'm feeling it.
In the corner.
Ooh, good drop kick there. Oh, look at him now, picking on the manager. Yeah, that disqualified him.
By disqualification, as downtown Bruno was in the ring at 7-11. The winner, Jeff Jarrett. Or the microphone, rather. And you don't argue with that.
I never thought I would be so emotionally worked up over a match between Jeff Jarrett and one of the Moondogs, but here we are. Deadly dry hump.
Friends are out of Owensboro, Kentucky on Thursday, June the 18th at Owensboro Civic Center. Championship Wrestling will be in there. We'll have details on a complete card coming up along about next week. All right, let me take this moment right here to tell you about Wednesday night. Told you it was a good card. I think you're going to like it all. Bucky Siegler opens up against Mr. Shima. Rocky Soulman Johnson going against Mr. Hilo. He'll be back in action in a big way.
What? Oh my God, we're not going to get to see it? Oh, Mr. Hilo in a singles match, and it's against Rocky Johnson.
International Heavyweight Championship match, the Superstar, Bill Dundee going against Stretcher Jack Hart. And then how about this one? Kendo stick on a ladder. Tojo Yamamoto, Tony Burton. It'll be a thrill to see Burton going after Yamamoto. Six-man tag match, Billy Travis, Mark Starr are going to be joined by Big...
Yes, no increase in ticket prices. Yeah, The Rock's dad, Rocky Johnson.
Bubba. And on the other side of the ring, Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka with...
I actually didn't mind. I'm not a fan of him in WWF or whatever on the old school like arena cards, but I thought he was okay in Memphis. They used him really sparingly though, so we just kind of got to see him do what he does best, like talk and brawl, but I thought he was pretty watchable.
Downtown Bruno in the ring. In the final bout, Mid-America title against Jeff Jarrett's hair, when Jeff will be meeting Moondog Spot for that title. Boy, that's Wednesday night.
I got to find a copy of Tony Atlas' Dark Side of the Ring before YouTube takes them all down, too.
Okay, we got the Mid-America heavyweight champion, Jeff Jarrett, who's going to be in our very next bout.
Oh boy. So at the beginning of his career, the Golden Boy, then he went into the Chosen One, and then now it's like he's the last outlaw, the Golden Boy. What an asshole.
Happy man today. Yeah, boy, I'll tell you one thing. We're delighted to see you.
Man, look at that belt. It's like they forgot to do the etching on it.
Because you've got behind you one of the milestones that you had to take care of, and that was Moondog Spot.
That's right, Lance. I'm happy for two reasons today. As you said, I believe I got the Moondog behind
Rocky
me, and
Johnson.
That's the past. But now, finally, Lance, I get a match with Jack Hart. I've been waiting, and I know you've been waiting, Jack Hart.
He's like, listen, guys, I beat one half of the Moondogs, but now I've got my eyes on the real prize, Barry Horowitz.
Brother, as I said before, you've come out here and you beat up my friend Randy Hales. You beat up Eddie Marlin. Those guys, they don't claim to be wrestlers, but I do. Now, I got a match with you, and if you want to wrestle, I'll wrestle you. If you want to fight, I'll fight you. If you want to tear that building down, Jack Hart, I'll tear it down right down with you, but it's going to be on your head, brother. So, Lance, I've been waiting for that match with Jack Hart.
It is vaguely license plate-esque.
And I got it.
I tell you, one of the things in your match with Moondog Spot, and this will be the last reference to him, that really thrilled me, Jeff, was you proved you weren't going to back up. When it got down to the fighting outside the ring, brother, you were right in there giving better than you could.
Giving anything, I gave it everything I had.
Bruno, now look, we put up with a lot. We don't want any trouble out here.
Wait a minute, Lance.
Just leave,
Wait a minute, Lance. There's not going to be no trouble. We're not out here to cause trouble, are we? No, we're not out here to cause trouble. Do we ever cause... I don't cause trouble. You know what?
I don't think we've seen the Hunter or Bambi for at least a couple weeks of streams, so I think it's been a minute.
I come out here, I see Jeff Jarrett standing here with this shiny silver belt and the gold hair and the black jacket and the yellow boots and the black pants and, wait, I didn't say you asked.
Lolcow jacket, lolcow boots, lolcow hair, lolcow grandpa, lolcow dad.
Man, I didn't come out here to start no trouble, but you come out here and, hey, hold on, calm down. You come out here and you say about you're a wrestling champion. You're a fighting champion, right? Yeah. That's right. Do you say that you're a wrestling champion? Certainly he's a wrestler. Okay, I thought maybe Fred had to talk or something there. All right, you're a wrestling champion. Now today, I've looked at the schedule. You got a match with some goof, some guy named the Thunderbird. Some guy that anybody, we don't even know who this guy is because he's embarrassed to show his face because he couldn't win a match to save his life. He couldn't wrestle his way out of a wet paper bag. And you're coming out here on TV, you're going to wrestle. Settle down, hold on.
He did come here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
Wait a minute. I don't care what schedule see. You come out here and you show everybody this belt.
I know you don't like her, ATF Media, but Ruby Spacek could absolutely drop some heavy bars for a Super Bowl shuffle type rap.
And you want to say, oh, I'm the champion. Bruno, will you shut up? You told me, oh, I'm the champion. I'm the man around here. Well, sure, you get in the ring with jabronis, you'll have that belt forever. Now, I'm out here to say this.
That's true.
I would like to challenge you to get in a ring with my man, the former and future Mid-America Heavyweight Champion, Moondog Spot. And let me tell you something, Jeff Jarrett, just to show you.
Okay, so that belt is the AWA Mid whatever. Okay, so who has the Southern? Okay, Austin Idol has the Southern Heavyweight Champion. That's our main, so he's top dude in theory.
What kind of guts we have, what kind of faith in ourselves we have, what kind of confidence we have. I want to say this to you. You can make this match any kind of match you want. You can make up your own set of rules. Wait a minute, wait. We're talking about, you can make this a loser leave time match. You can make this a haircut match. You can make this a Texas death match. You can have them bring out the steel cage. We don't care, it's up to you. And the reason I can stand here with all this confidence and say anything I want to about myself and about you, wait a minute, and about the Moondog, is because I know what kind of man you are. No, I take that back. I know what kind of man you ain't. And you'll never sign for a match because you got no guts. What? Yeah, everybody knows you got no... Hey.
Boy, you can just leave. You don't have to, Jeff. Ignore that kind of conversation.
Bruno, did you say I can make it any kind of match I want? Anything.
Don't go for any of the stuff here.
Hey, Bruno, you just...
I can have any kind of match I want? How about a King of the Mountain match?
You just be quiet. You're out here running your mouth, flapping your jaws. You said any kind of match. All right. If you want that title match so bad, Bruno, I got a little stipulation I'm going to put on it. You said any stipulation. I'm sick and tired of looking at his ugly face, and I'm sick and tired of looking at you, you little weasel. So, if I beat your man in that ring,
Crowd will love that.
leave town for 1 year. If I beat your guy, you and especially you leave town for 1 year.
You got nothing to prove with this guy. You don't have to come up with a match like that.
Keep in mind what he's saying here. Obviously, I figured it would be loser leaves town and Moondog would go back to wherever. But he's saying it's Moondog and Downtown Bruno. When does Bruno go to WWF and become Harvey Whippleman? This is June of '87.
What you're saying is the match is that title against us leaving time for 1 year. That's right.
Jeff, it don't make any sense now. You don't have to do it. You got another match scheduled in here.
If I didn't ruin the whiteboard, I would get the whiteboard out and we could break this down.
These guys you got behind you, or at least we thought you had them behind you. And
if you want the match so bad, Bruno, let's go.
You're going to put the title up right now.
If I beat them guys,
right now?
Lance, Bruno, and the Moondog leave town for 1 year.
Wait a minute. Okay. This is crazy.
EFD's out
First of all, Jeff, don't forget about that ESPN deal.
I ain't forgot about it. I ain't forgot about it. But if I got the opportunity...
Oh, no. Could this be it? Oh, man. Could we be getting rid of Jeff Jarrett here? We can't be that lucky, can we?
Throwing these two jerks out of town for a year, I'm going to take it.
Okay, before you decide to do that, let's go back in the back and sign a contract for the
If you agree on it, you're authorized to agree a match.
I can sign the match.
Well,
That's
let's go,
right.
guys.
No, he should not be allowed to oversee these kind of deals, in my
Well,
opinion.
that's one of the problems with youth is that sometimes you don't think things through.
We'll go ahead and sign the match right now.
Well, I have a giant whiteboard, and I wrote on it. Remember in Die Hard, he wrote on that guy, ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun. I wrote ho ho ho. Now I have a whiteboard, but I used the wrong kind of marker, so it's permanent. So I used it exactly one time.
Okay, Mid-America title match, Dave.
Mid-America title at stake. Jeff
I
Jarrett
can't
has
believe
it
it's
on the
happening
line.
right
If he
now.
wins,
Oh my
Moondog
God.
Spot and Bruno are gone for a year.
At regular ticket prices, guys.
Jeff has beaten the Moondog Spot. Look out, Spot down on the floor.
Well, he's taking it to him with Moondog Spot's kind of match, Dave.
Oh my God, we can't lose Bruno. Oh my God.
Jeff Jarrett with a
I'm gonna have a
cover.
panic
He got a count of about one. The Moondog rammed into the
Come on, Spot.
turnbuckles.
Come on,
Jeff
come on,
Jarrett.
big homie, get
Boy,
that
you're
bone
right.
out.
He has taken the fight to the Moondog this time, not
My
letting the
blood pressure's
Moondog
up
in
to the
control
roof
of the
right
match
now.
at all.
What we said a little bit earlier about his return match that he had. Uh-oh, there he goes out on the floor. He's not afraid to get down and scramble with him in any kind of circumstances on it. This is just a tough young man. He's sick and tired of people making comments about him being protected and all. I'll tell you, two things. He's an athlete, and brother, he is a man. He is ready to go at it right now. He's laying down on the floor with a prospect
laying down on
of
the
losing
job,
not
just
only
like
the
Tojo
Mid-American
said.
title, but the things that go with it, including that big defense out in Las Vegas in June.
Jeff Jarrett laying down.
Crowd behind
Instead
him.
of wrestling.
Moondog Spot snapped his neck using that top rope.
The crowd's certainly in behind Jeff Jarrett.
Is that true, Bob? Right over permanent marker with whiteboard marker and it'll wipe clean?
Moondog up on the middle rope. Bruno says, come on off of there. Jeff saw him coming. Waited till the
High-risk maneuver did not pay off that time for Moondog Spot.
appropriate moment and just moved out of the way. Jeff Jarrett using a right fist. He's being warned about it by the referee. That was a knee lift to the chest. Moondog got him pretty good one there. Moondog throwing Jeff out of the ring again. Jeff down on the floor. Look out. Moondog picking up that folding metal chair. Bruno, meanwhile, as the referee over here in the corner. Now the Moondog back up in the ring.
I was watching one of the uncensored WCW's YouTube channel has like a 24/7 feed of like old WCW shows and stuff. And during I think it was maybe the first uncensored, but every time Tony Schiavone would be like, say he couldn't believe something or something was, out of control or whatever, Bobby Heenan would just kept saying like, well, it's uncensored, like for everything. Like he must have said it like fucking 500 times during the pay-per-view.
Referee is back up in the ring.
Watch Bruno.
Oh, Bruno was going to kick him in the back, but the referee turned about that time, and Bruno thought better of it.
Jeff Jarrett in a war with the Moondog Spot with the Mid-America title at stake against the Moondog and Bruno leaving for 1 year. Trading looks, center of the ring.
Look at these guys battle here.
Wouldn't it be amazing? I don't know if they'll actually put all their... I guess they wouldn't have to upload it as a VOD, but they could just do it live, showing like every like Monday Night War thing, like just show Nitro, then show Raw, and then like do the entire build through the weeks, and then show the pay-per-views, but do it all like in order. But you could just like drop in, drop out. I think that'd be amazing.
Wow, hit the man.
I might never get anything done ever again if they had like channels like that for old school WWF, and then like the like the Crockett, the territory shit, if it was all just looping constantly, like in chronological order, that'd be it for me.
The Moondog counts 1, 2, but that's it, only a 2 count. Moondog Spot's head into the turnbuckle. Now whipped across the ring. Jeff Jarrett, great drop kick, puts him down hard on the mat again. And he covers. Bruno's in the ring.
Hey, come on, ref.
Bruno's in
Ref,
the ring.
come on, do
Jeff
your job.
going after him.
Oh, what a tough guy, Jeff. Oh, come on.
They got the Moondog with the bones. Jeff dumps him over the back.
Hey.
Referee Jerry Calhoun grabs the bone.
Whoa,
Moondog
same
rushes
finish
over,
as the other
drops a
match.
knee right in the lower back of Jeff Jarrett. The referee down on the deck.
Here we go. Boom!
Oh.
Get the fuck out of town,
Swing
Jeff.
with that bone, and
Come on, ref.
Jarrett's down. He pitches it off to Bruno. Jeff Jarrett very close to losing that title, and he did.
Yes. Oh,
He
my
didn't
God, I'm
lose
so
it
happy.
legally, but the referee, who was down on the floor, didn't see Moondog Spot hit him with a bone.
You know what, though? We can't assume anything because Memphis is rigged. Eddie Marlin could just come out and be like, oh, I'm overturning this decision for my grandson. Like, come on. Jeff Jarrett has got to go
You
now.
all saw it, and it ends up
Oh, a year without Jarrett,
with
guys.
the Moondog having his hand raised.
Look at the crowd. They can't believe it.
Jeff Jarrett still in the ring as downtown Bruno over trying to get the belt. Hey, you know that victory in there was a sham. You ended up in here.
Hey, Shay. Well, luckily, he just lost. So, in theory, he's supposed to go away for a year.
Using a ball.
And you know what? We want that belt. We don't have to leave town. We want a match. And here it is now. Here's our belt.
Look at Lance.
We got it. We got it. Yeah.
Whoa, Jeff.
Hey, listen, what a sore loser. Get that security. Unbelievable. Unbelievable,
Jeff's
this guy.
got a hold of the belt, and the referee.
Did you see him literally run to get the bone to use it against Spot? And now he's hot because he got beat to the punch? Come on, bro.
Trying to tell him he lost the match. Of course, the referee didn't see all that we saw.
That's our belt. We wanted to give it to us. There was a stipulation. Where's Grady Hills at?
Eddie Marlin needs to come out here and correct his grandson and get that belt over to its rightful owner and then tell him to get his ass in a taxi and get the fuck out of Memphis.
Where's that Grady Hills at? That's our belt. That was a stipulation.
As Jimmy would say.
Here it comes. Just
Hey. Randy, who represents promoter Eddie Marlin, is out.
Would I ever go inside an abandoned building? Maybe. Like, it just depends. If it was like, I felt like I had at least a 50-50 shot of living.
Out talking to Jeff, and an opportunity for Moondog to jump him. He grabs the belt. Jeff goes hightailing it right after him.
Wow.
And out of the area they go. But they had the opportunity when they were distracted to nail Jeff and take that belt away. It was not right.
Start
Certainly
packing,
used the
buddy.
bone in there. There is
Start
no
packing.
way, with the referee down there on the floor, he couldn't see it. We could see it.
And Lance, you know, in any title offense, you get a return match. Let Randy Hales get out here. I want my return match right now.
Right,
we got
Jeff.
plenty of time. Look at the clock, Lance.
Oh, that's not the question. What you really ought to do is think it over. Jeff.
Let's go, Randy. A return match right now.
Jeff, listen to me. This is the problem when you get hot-headed. You agreed to the match. It was a verbal contract. It wasn't a written contract.
Okay, so
Oh, no way. Randy Hales is pulling the verbal contract. Oh, look, he's cooked. This guy, Jeff Jarrett, is cooked. I
In a
love it.
verbal contract, Jeff, that does not say that.
telling you there isn't a
Jeff, you don't
return.
understand what I'm saying.
You go back there and get a return match, Randy.
I can't get you a return match.
Well, you go get a return match, Randy.
Well, for those of you who just, you know, they
there
steal
is
the belt
no
away
return
from Jeff
match.
Jarrett, and then
You're done,
he
buddy.
wants, and of course I think he ought to wait on it, but he wants to have an immediate return match in there. But it's not all that easy when you jump into things, and it's just like Randy was saying, that you get a little too quick when you get hot-headed sometimes.
Typical Jarrett Carney behavior.
Comes Bruno sneaking out behind Randy Hales. And
Lance, I'll tell you what he's saying. I went back and I asked him for a return match. Guess what? You can have a return match. Well, no, wait. Not right now.
In a year.
Let your friend here tell you what's going on. It ain't going to be today. Jeff, listen to me. The only way that they're going to give you a title match is for you to put up your hair.
I want my title match. I said I don't care any kind of title match.
Oh, what is going on here? I thought he had to leave for a year.
Your hair. That's fine, Randy. You don't get my point. I want a return match. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Randy. I want a return match.
See, you're hot again, Jeff. You're not thinking, and you're
What is going on
listen, you
here?
can lose your hair. Does that ever dawn on you? You can lose your hair.
I want my return match.
Jeff, he said there's no way that he lets you have the title match today, but the next time you have a title match, the only way is for your hair to be a sight. Now think about it before you agree with it.
I'll sign it.
You are not paying attention
What about the
because
steps, man?
you think you can't lose, and you can't lose your hair. I got to remind you this. Jarrett.
Am I crazy to think that they said whoever lost that match had to leave for a year? What the fuck? Did I imagine that?
Lawler thought exactly the same thing. I saw Jerry go through many a match without losing his hair, but it can't happen. And knowing what's in this guy's...
I think if Mary Lou Dragon showed her genitals on Memphis TV, it would cause quite a stir. I think Channel 5 might take them off the air for that.
mind, Jeff, you better think before you ever talk about a hair match. That's all I can ask you to do.
Lance, I'm going to sign it. I don't care. I want my belt back worse than anything in the world. I'll sign the hair match.
Well,
he wants it,
Yeah,
Lance. We tried to
EFD
tell
is
him.
pretty tall.
that's all I can do.
He's that way
Yeah,
sometimes.
he's that way. Will you just take it on out of here? Well,
Okay. On the Hooters thing, I agree in theory. I could have definitely went in, but there were definitely people, even if they weren't there at that moment, there were definitely people staying at the Hooter at that, or like crashing or whatever, using something inside that Hooters for sure.
not to preach anymore, but that's what we've said about youth and being a little hot-headed. Where in a Sam Hill are we? I guess we got to go to a break, and we'll take time out, and we'll be back in just a moment. I wish you... We're going to be about ready to go in the ring here in just one moment. Boy, I got to tell you what, we got the king in the...
I'm going to say that that Vince did not like Jeff Jarrett as a talent. I don't know for sure, but I know that he hated Southern gimmicks, and I mean, I don't think he ever really got much of a push. I mean, he had the Intercontinental title, but that was part of the deal, was that he knew he was going to have to drop it to China. So, I mean, I would say probably not, but he probably got the push that he did because Vince had a lot of respect for Jerry Jarrett. In fact, when McMahon was facing prison time in the steroid trial, Jerry Jarrett is who was going to come in and run the company while he was in prison.
Superstar coming up.
So once again, Jeff benefiting from, you know, benefactors.
In a match against Stretcher Jack Hart and Golden Boy Chick Donovan.
You know?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Everybody knows that I was away last week to have the plastic surgery done in New York. It went very well. And you see, that is really the subject of today's speech, Lance.
I like this brother love suit he's got on.
Is that this place has really become nothing but a circus, man. I mean, get a tent over this joint. You know, every
True.
time somebody comes out here to talk, you got guys running out and hitting people. I had to get plastic surgery, and we all know that why, because Lawler threw fire in my face, and we know it was Lawler. You know, and people again, last week Lawler comes out and...
I'll definitely go back. I don't know that I'll do a live, but I'll go back and talk to her and see if she would sit down with me and let me video her reading her story, because she said her story is in one of those books. So I'm sure that I do think there's some more there. I think it's probably better as like a pre-recorded video though.
Address. I mean, everybody's getting beat up, and you know, it's ridiculous. I want to come out here today and conduct myself like a gentleman.
Yeah, I like the. I didn't care for the. I like the wrestle crap elements of his country music gimmick, and like looking back, I really like the whole lip syncing fiasco and that kind of stuff. But I think my favorite, like the only time I really looked forward to seeing him is during like the Owen Hart tag team when he had the "Don't Piss Me Off" shirt and had like the crew cut.
Which I am. I want to conduct myself as a businessman. I want to just make a legitimate business offer to a man who has been here and has gone and has come back again. I don't want to get hit. I don't want to get in a fight. I'm not an athlete. I'm just a manager. I'm a businessman.
I'm gonna go back to the lady at the gift shop too. She can. I don't know if you watch that live. She talked a lot, but like when I ended the stream, she talked to me even more. Like I was like a lot of conversation. So I think she would probably give me like again, something probably be better for pre-recorded, but to do like a full like guided tour of that gift shop.
Man, and I just want to speak to this guy and just make him an offer, and if he doesn't like it, just go away and we'll have the match, and that's it. I have no beef with this man. I hope he has no beef with me. The man that I'm talking about.
Who are you talking?
And if you'd come out right now, I'd like Bill, the superstar himself, Dundee, to come out. I just have an offer to make you. No violence, no punching,
Here comes Bill.
nothing like that. Just come out, Bill. I just want to talk to you for a moment, and if you don't want to talk to me afterwards, just go back and we go along with our business. Okay, here it goes.
Here comes Billy. Well, at least one thing I'll say, you're out here by yourself.
Look at this jacket.
A bunch of goons to jump somebody.
That's right,
Look at that strut.
Bill?
Oh, look at those Lisa
You know,
Frank
before
wrestling
we get started,
tights.
I was standing back there listening to the mic. You said you are a liar. You said you had plastic surgery. And if you did, my friend, the only place I think you had it was on your behind.
Okay, look. I am not here to trade barbs with you. Whoa. Just wait.
Okay. He said no trouble. Let's not have any, please.
Austin and Tommy are not here, okay? I got nobody behind me. I'm here by myself, okay? I'm here to show you the respect that you deserve. You are indeed a superstar. And that is why I called you out today, because you are the superstar. And Jerry Lawler is supposedly the king, okay? And you hate Lawler as much as Austin and Tommy and myself do. You see, the thing is, Bill, and I may call you Bill, I hope. The thing is that every time after the match, Austin and Tommy and I are sitting in the dressing room, we say, you know, we don't want to mess with Bill Dundee. Not only is he a tough son of a gun, but we seem to like you for some reason, Bill. Tommy and you were tag team partners for years. You see,
Yeah, those are some pretty sharp. Those are like some Macho King type tights.
Like you, and Lawler doesn't. Lawler hates you as much as you hate Lawler, okay? And I know that with the right incentive, you could come over here and join me, Tommy, and Austin. So I tell you what, business proposition here, okay?
Here it comes.
Proposition. Join us, man. You know what this is? Unlimited credit. I tell you what you can do.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna give him a MasterCard Black, the like unlimited credit card.
If you just cross on over, join me, Tommy and Austin. Okay, join us. All you got to do, take this, go wherever you want to go. Go to the shopping stores, go buy yourself a car, unlimited.
Remember in WCW when Paul Heyman or who? No, he didn't. It was Alexandra York recruited Ricky Morton. And he turned heel and became like, what was his name? Richard Morton. And he had like the nice suit on and shit. I always thought that was so cringe.
Credit, it's yours, Bill. It's yours for 30 days. You can do whatever you want. It's all yours.
I did find out though that was like because of an injury to Robert Gibson. That it wasn't like it was some like big grand plan. I always thought like maybe they just wanted to turn him heel, but I think it was just out of necessity.
Oh, yes, I'll know, and I don't want to. So you're telling me for a month I can...
It again. Reconnected. Maybe. Are we back up now? That was pretty fast, honestly. Oh, now I'm going back down again, though. God damn it. Come on, bro. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I think maybe I'm back now. Okay, I think maybe we're back. Sorry about that. What's...
Take it, use it. He said, take it, use it for a month, any way you want to.
Ribbon, you give me the card. There's a million people watching this, and you give me this credit card, and I am keeping the credit card, and I am going to use it for a month. I ain't going to work for you or nobody else. I gave Austin a credit card.
Oh, the king! Uh-oh.
Well, now, what's happening here exactly? So, the theme of this is that Bill Dundee's going to steal his credit card, and now they're going to siphon his pockets?
I think we're getting a little interest on the credit card, Dave. Oh, hey, come on, fellas. It's a family show.
What in the world?
Paul Dangerly. I'm sorry. Paul not only lost his credit card, he lost what he carries the credit card in, his pants.
You give it back my pants.
Oh. Hey, don't get around me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Thomas Rich and Terrence Taylor.
We ended up with one solitary shoe left. Oh, boy, I'm telling you. Yeah, I loved it.
Wow, man, Lance really liked that.
There just times when you gotta sit down and laugh. Smart businessman, hands credit.
Wow, Lance is really out of it this episode for sure.
Yeah. Bill says, hey, you just gave me the credit card for 30 days. I heard it.
Oh, boy.
Here comes Chick Donovan, Jack Hart, Davey.
And they are here without Paulie Dangerly. Across the way, it is the superstar from Australia, Bill Dundee. And from Memphis, Tennessee, the King, Jerry Lawler. We've got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match right here, right now.
Stretcher Jack Hart, the Golden Boy, Chick Donovan.
Finally, we're getting some Barry Horowitz.
Who is the international heavyweight.
Oh my gosh, Barry Horowitz and Chick Donovan against Dundee and Lawler. Oh my God, what a main event.
Peeling it off, and it'll be the Stretcher and superstar Bill Dundee starting out.
Couple of very, very rugged and experienced tag teams here. Stretcher Jack Hart. Whoa, found himself flying through the air as the superstar reversed him. Bill Dundee to the corner. TJ. Tag on his partner, the King, Jerry Lawler. Right hand, crowd says use it. He does. Paulie Dangerly with a towel wrapped around him over here.
This is just what I was talking about. This is why this place sucks like it.
Oh my! Let's see. Oh, come on, man. Jeez. Oh man. All right. Well, hopefully that's just a quick one. Let me make sure. Are we like back now? I hope.
These two guys are dead. I swore I'd have Lawler's hair, and I got it. Now he's a dead man. He is playing a game that nobody's ever played before. I have never been humiliated like that. I am going to have it in his head. I'm going to kill this guy. And Dundee, you mess with me, and you mess with the wrong guy. You want to live dangerously, you're going to pay the price.
Would you say he's mad?
Just a bit upset, yes.
The Brutus strut. Dude, that might get you knifed in Memphis if you called it the Brutus Beefcake strut. Brutus, you got to do the finger motions. That's what made his, like, unique.
Paul Dangerly, he's not going to do anything. He may
Look at him
getting
punch his
Idle
boy.
and Rich to take up his cause.
Chick Donovan.
But I'm not sure of that.
What a main event this is.
With a tag going to Jack Hart. It's Billy in there against the Stretcher.
Oh, man, the Those look
Oh,
good.
Billy really popping him. Look at that. Stretcher Jack.
Stretcher
Not
Jack's
having
in
any luck at
trouble.
all against Dundee there. He takes a wild haymaker swing from about
Man,
6 feet away.
Dundee's
Dundee
luchador build, it just, I
you
love
missed
it.
me.
Is that what he said?
I'm not sure that's all he said.
Well,
The muscle gut.
that's Paul Dangerly, who is screaming up there to Hart, and Donovan, look at the Hart. What?
Lawler.
Man, I don't. Does Ronnie Garvin? We might have to go back in time maybe to see Ronnie Garvin in Memphis. I know that Cornette used him in Smoky Mountain.
Go, where'd he go?
With a great storyline with Paul Orndorff.
Watching from the corner, just say, hey, just watch him go by. Hart stops, and Lawler and Dundee wave as if to say, you're doing good. Just keep on going. We're enjoying this. Made Hart look bad.
Didn't make Dangerly look so bad. Oh, boy, I can't get over it. He's out there with a top.
No, it's Chick Donovan and Jack Hart, Barry Horowitz against Lawler and Dundee. It's great that Lawler and Dundee in a tag team match on TV is just amazing. Like what a great moment it must have been like as a fan back in the day to get to see Lawler and Dundee in like a tag team match on TV for free. That's crazy.
Towel wrapped around him. He has no pants anymore. Uh-oh. Hart.
They're dressed the
Billy
same.
right across the aisle.
Similar theme.
Man, the reason that nobody's ever to run Lawler out of here is because all these managers in the past.
We are seeing more and more. Is Grace a virgin? I mean, she's kind of danced around it recently when people have asked, but I mean, as far as I know. But I mean, I don't have any inside information. Are we seeing like a rise in animal print around this time? Like late 80s? Yeah, that makes sense. Late 80s, early 90s, huge animal print. We're seeing more and more people in Memphis sporting it. Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond earlier.
Having either whoops or weasels or fat old retired wrestlers who have nothing better to do than give bad advice. Jimmy Hart could never run Lawler out of here. Lawler ran him out. Cornette could not run Lawler out of here. Lawler ran him out. J.D. Costello, Lawler ran him out. Nobody's been man enough to do it. And see, I'm no wimp. And I'm no weasel.
Double
and I'm certainly
knocker.
not a fat old retired wrestler who has nothing better to do than give bad advice. I'm dangerous, and I'm going to see this man destroyed.
I like it whenever they're like, oh, a meeting of the minds.
Well, it should give you a clue.
He got him.
He beat him. Chick Donovan while Dangerly was over here running.
Well, I mean, I agree. There were people that were wearing it before, but I'm saying like specifically, I'm seeing an uptick in animal print clothing.
His mouth off. Chick gets pinned. And the victory will be going to one of the great tag teams that were ever around. They are back together for this day, Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee.
3 minutes, 33 seconds. Lawler and Dundee looking mighty good against rugged competition. Dundee gets the sunset.
Wait. Did he say? Is he saying rugged competition, as in rugged Ronnie Garvin?
Holds Golden Boy Chick Donovan down for the 3 count, and Lawler and Dundee do get the 3 minute, 33 second victory.
Oh, yeah. I think maybe Dangerly doesn't know what he's messing with, and he messes with these two guys. We'll take time out. We'll be back in just a moment.
What a great match.
Hey, we're going to be back in the ring here in just a moment. Son of a gun, I like that Wednesday night action in there. You know that final event is going to be a Mid-America title match with Jeff Jarrett's hair at stake when Moondog Spot goes against Jeff. It'll be Jeff's first great hair trial. And another match that's going to be interesting.
It's going to be the great hair trial.
See, is going to be a 6-man.
On low and no. What a terrible way to end the show. Come on.
Tag when Billy Travis, Mark Starr, and Big Bubba will be going against Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka, and Downtown Bruno. Billy?
Well, Lance, we've already talked about it. Mark Starr's going to take care of Pat Tanaka. Billy Travis is going to take care of Paul Diamond.
All right.
And we're going to save Downtown Bruno for Big Bubba. Now, guys, you better be ready in Evansville, because this is going to be your last time because we're going to tear you up.
I am looking forward to seeing that kind of action. And another championship match that's going to be in there.
Oh, boy.
Bill Dundee. Well, it didn't take him long to get back into the big-time title picture. International heavyweight champion defending against Stretcher Jack Hart.
I never ever thought I would have it. Lancers just wouldn't put no belts on the line. But then the golden boy chick, Donovan, I guess he figured he was going to make a reputation by defending this against the superstar in the superstar's hometown in Nashville, Tennessee. You did that wrong, boy, because ain't nobody going to Nashville and embarrass me, and you didn't do it. So now, little Paulie Dangerously's running around there. He says, what happened to my credit card? I spent money on it, boy.
What the hell's
now,
he saying?
You ain't got enough money on that credit card to buy this back, so you got to go and you got to sign Stretcher Jack Hart to come and wrestle the superstar in Evansville, Indiana. Well, that's just like a second home to me, Daddy. It's 140 miles from Nashville, and I'm going to get my little Bronco too, and I'm going to drive down there, brother, and I'm going to have this belt in the front seat when I get there, and I'm going to have it around my waist when I walk to the ring, and I'm going to have it around my waist when I walk back from the ring, and that means Stretcher Jack Hart, you're going to get a whooping, boy, and you're going to get a whooping off the superstar. And that's a promise from me to you, and I just want...
Well, it's just, I don't know, I feel like I know less about the feud than I did before.
Well, Bishop Jarrett, all the luck in the world, because that spot the Moondog's been a law around a long...
Look at these eyes. What's going on here?
Time, Jeff, and your hair's a big thing to you. I know it is, brother. The pressure's on you, Jeff, so just wait till he makes a mistake, and you can win, boy.
Here's a quick little recap scenes of the Big Bubba situation.
Oh, he does. He's the only one that says dangerously. I wonder if he gets credit for that then.
Next time you're in that ring, I want you to be mean. I want you to be nasty. I want you to be rotten. I want you to get in that ring, and I want you to show me something. I want you to show me why I brought you to Downtown Connection, or that's it.
Bruno,
that'll be the end of you two.
Privately instead
Why
of
should I?
Yeah,
I'm not trying.
Yeah, I agree, and I think what threw it off for me is that his energy level was on a little on the low side for him. Like if he would have been worked up, I wouldn't have noticed so much that I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I would just been like, yeah, this guy's pissed off. I'm pissed off. But like in that slow tone, it's like, hold on, wait a minute, what?
I'm trying to do this properly. I'm trying to humiliate these two guys. I'm trying to show them that if they're going to be with Downtown Bruno and Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka and Moondog Spot, that these two guys better be winners like the rest of us. You understand that? You two guys got to be winners or you're fired. Because I will fire you, I'll fire you, and I'll fire you. Look, they're getting bad. Look at that big, mighty leg across his throat. This team is getting fired up again. They're getting higher and higher.
What are these guys doing out here?
That's my prime time.
Yeah, after this, we won't have enough to watch. And well, we only have like literally 1 minute and a half left in this. But I'm gonna, we can check in on a couple people. We could probably do a Tony Yo-Man, or we could check in on like Savvy Guy. I think I've got a new Gia Armani video. There's a new Bailey Brooks one that's pretty good.
Yeah, great.
Let me know what you think.
Hey.
Let me know in the comments what you think about those options.
Come on, Jerry.
We're going to kill somebody with that.
Oh, he got your man.
He hit the wrong guy. Disqualification, though, has occurred, and Bruno...
Oh, maybe we're seeing him turn into the Moondog. Maybe he goes feral after Bruno beats him or something.
Downtown Connection.
Let me see a few
look at
minutes.
this. Bubba.
We can do Bailey Brooks and Gia Armani and see where we're at time-wise.
Bubba Steve to Bruno. Bubba says, we had it won. What are you doing? We were in control.
Hey, Get Cracked. Well, kind of. I still had 2 dropouts, but they were pretty minimal this time at least.
I gotta take their side on this instance, because they did have it. When out comes Tanaka and Diamond, they were trying to use the chair to get to Travis and Starr, but Big Bubba's telling Downtown Bruno, your pride and joy comes out and causes us to lose on a disqualification.
Yeah, I watched that Little Caesars video. Tony's really on one, man. He's up in his game. He's got an edited intro now and everything. He's really stepping up.
Oh, little storm.
Trouble in River City.
Well, we had
the unveiling of Paul Dangerly today on Championship
Oh boy, look at it. Lance Russell is completely loose here. I love it.
Wrestling. We may not have that next week, but we will have lots of action coming up. For Dave Brown, this is Lance Russell.
Look at Dave Brown. Look at these two. Man, what a great episode for just for the drunk commentary alone.
Thanks for being with us.
Dude, Dave is completely out of it, man. Completely out of it.
And until we see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Wow. All right, give me a second. Good episode. I liked both the episodes. I wish that first one would have been so dark for half of it, but otherwise, good shit. Okay, hang on. He's been drinking something, man. He was pretty loose. Okay, let's see. All right, bear with me a moment here. Let me see. Oh, I forgot about that one. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. Here's a Bailey Brooks one. It's only 34 seconds. And then it'll go straight into a Gia Armani short after this. Oh, I guess it's loading. I'm sorry. It's going really slow.
1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. 1, 2. Okay, okay. I can do this. It's okay. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Holy what the?
There's your Bailey Brooks update. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, I love these. All right, see you later, Pomp Flare. Oh my God. This is life affirming. Yeah. Gia Armani is a legend. I actually like when she gets like a little bit frustrated. Let's watch let's get caught. Now what is this one? Oh, this one was weird. It's just titled 4/14/2025. I didn't get a chance to watch much of it. It's 6.5 hours long.
You all right? Hey, Ricky, throw this back in the fridge.
Got mail on you.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Dave's channel.
Oh my God. Because of something else.
I don't. Hang on, I'll have to check. Sweet Pea Sweet Tooth. Streamed 3 days ago. 484 views. This is the first I'm seeing of it. I tend to add anything that comes up in my feed that's just a date, because there's a lot of weird stuff in those. But I have no context.
Make sure you eat all of what you got there.
I don't have any context on
No,
any
I'm
of
not
this.
gonna freaking lay an egg for Easter. So really, no, I don't think so.
I'm not gonna do none of that. You gotta finish it. We're going over to work on the car. Little guy. I didn't see you grab him yet.
I know.
This is kind of artistic. This like Bohemian Rhapsody head on one side.
Oh, I don't see it on here. Don't. Take that ball out of there.
It's gone.
All right, I think that's about.
Give me that ball. That's the cat's toy.
Let me check in with Methadone.
You know, cause everybody else.
I like how when you look for Methadone Clinic, a self-harm helpline comes up. Okay, let's see. Well, we're like are these in order here?
Had a nice time on my morning walk this morning. I've really been liking doing the morning walk streams. Oh, and at the end of today's stream, I said, okay, guys, I'll definitely be going live on the 24th, at least. Maybe not before then, but if not before then, by then. But I forgot that I will be going live every morning. Until then, at least. I just meant like any other lives, like if I decide to sit down and go live while I'm home, which I've only done a couple times, but...
How long is the video? Who asked for the traffic stop video? I screenshotted it to remember the title, but how long is it? Is it short, or should I put it in an intoxicated women stream?
I intend to do more, but like I said, on the 24th, there is going to be I'm gonna schedule a time for the stream that day. I'm gonna schedule the time, and it's gonna be basically a big. Well, I don't know, it's gonna be like a THC party with music. I'm gonna wear a fun party ridiculous outfit, and we can just chat and hang out and talk about whatever and have fun. So yeah, but I'm cold. It was chilly this morning, so I never really drink hot coffee, but we're gonna have a hot coffee. Oh, how do I make sure this is full of water? It has some
now we're
icy
talking.
water in it. Okay, good, because I don't know how to fill it. Okay, so I'm putting my little pod in here, and then isn't this cup pretty? Put that under. Is it plugged in? Yes, it is. Okay, like that. And I'm going to go 12 ounces and K. I love how the microwave time looks like that, because it's our eyes don't catch it, but the camera does, how it fucking, does that. Crazy. But yeah, I've really been enjoying
That's the kind of drip that Lawler felt.
The morning walk lives. They've been really nice. Obviously I enjoy a morning walk, but then also to chat with you guys while I'm doing so is very fun. And, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it was just chilly today, but whatever. I'm even thinking, because... Can we leave Foodie Beauty on the...
I don't know that she's set up for having people on. Like, I don't know if she's set up for, like, paneling or anything like that, Bob Brown.
Moon, no, Ankle, we can't. I love her. Anyway,
Go on there and turn heel.
I didn't have any protein coffee this morning because I ran out of Premier Protein because I honestly only had 1 caramel and 1 chocolate. So I used like half one day, half the next day, and then I had 2 protein coffees the next day. So today I was screwed. But today I'm supposed to be getting in the mail. My ex-boyfriend sent me from Amazon this thing called Bruced protein coffee. So it's basically like, it's more like black and stuff. So I'll probably add my own sweeteners and stuff to it. But it's like basically black coffee with 120 milligrams of caffeine and like 30 grams of protein. So that's really good. So
loving the eyes.
I'm excited to try those. I should have them in time to have one before my walk or run or whatever you want to call it tomorrow. Is that done already? That was quick!
Wow.
Now, I like my coffee sweet, but I don't like to drink too many calories. Like, I allow myself 1 coffee in the morning that I don't really count the calories on, but since this is my second coffee, I'm going to be a little more stingy. So I'm using this calorie-free Mateo's coffee syrups thin salted caramel. And then I'm going to use some of this French vanilla International Delight. So basically I'm going for like a caramel macchiato moment, okay?
ATF can add protein to her coffee.
I'm just going to eyeball it. Mind if I eyeball it? That's probably sweet enough. Okay.
Mind if I eyeball it? There's a t-shirt.
Let's stir. This isn't calorie free. It's got some calories because it's just sugar free, but that's sweet. Okay. That tastes like a caramel macchiato. Ooh. Oh my god, this one time when my dad's side of the family was still in my life and stuff, I was at the Pizza Hut with my grandmother and she was really drunk and the waiter came around and for whatever the fuck reason, she put the salt shakers like on her nipples under her shirt and was all like like as an like a old ass woman. She I'm sure she's still alive. She's crazy. She's just like me but older. But she does not have a moral compass. She is an evil woman.
Bethadone definitely is like a SpongeBob character, I think.
That's the difference between us. Because I am a lot like my aunt and my grandmother. We are all unhinged, crazy women. But my grandmother's evil. My aunt is kind of neutral. And I'm good. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
Anyway, this is really yummy. And almost no calories. Baby. Not that I'm like trying to like enforce that you should never have any calories, of course, but I just think that drinking your calories is almost never worth it, you know? Unless you can't manage to eat them, then you should drink them. Like, I remember, for example, there were times, like, in my meth days, I had a friend...
Notice that her picture has not turned back upside down yet. We're still waiting on the ghost to flip the picture of those big jugs on the wall.
And she didn't do drugs or anything like that, but she knew all about what I was doing, and she worried and stuff, and she knew that I would, like... Because, like, when you're really high on meth, and then, like, you've been high for days and you haven't eaten, it kind of...
Yeah, I heard that too. Wrestle plunge.
Hurts your mouth to eat food when you finally do eat. Like, anybody who's been through this can attest that, especially say you try to eat, like, pizza crust, for example, or like just a piece of toast. It rips up your fucking mouth. Like, it's horrible. So I remember when I was having a lot of trouble eating because of that, my best friend at the time would bring me like chocolate Ensures. And even though I hated them, I knew I needed calories, so I would drink them. So that's kind of what I meant by that.
Failing and entertainment
Lawful
purposes only.
evil.
You're dang skippy it is. What advice would you give Amber's future girlfriend? Simple. Just don't go there. Between the bucket baths, she just didn't shower.
Lynn did not shower the whole time we were alone. Why did you lie
Vape
about
and
the
coffee
person you're with and
content.
say it's been 2 different people and it's not?
I didn't lie. I didn't lie.
I didn't lie.
Me and Becky equally decided that we will not talk about each other. And since that point, I have not talked
Still
about
loving
her.
this.
And since that point,
kidding, right?
Hello, everybody. In today's video, we are going to be discussing Amber Reed's new members-only live stream that people are actually paying $10 a month for, entitled Hi. How exciting. What an amazing time to be alive, girls. So in this live stream, Amberlynn says quite a bit of inappropriate things. Honestly, I'm done with this. It's always the same story.
That's videos
so
are just so good.
Then we move on to Alexis. Honestly,
You just never know what's going to come in the next segment.
Oh, you want some coffee?
This is such a waste of a live stream, what she says about Alexis. So basically, if you don't know, Alexis has recently left YouTube. Congratulations. And Amber says,
Good riddance.
Since Alexis has said mean things about me, I'm going to just be talking about her. Oh, and just remember, I'm just like expand.
Paul
Alexis,
loves the heated blanket.
Started the whole situation between.
I've been sitting upstairs because there's a lot of porch pirates around where I live, and I'm getting my 12-pack of that protein coffee here, and I'm pretty sure I just saw the Dragonfly delivery people. Let me just look out the window better. Yeah, they're parked outside. Right, Paul? Right.
Wow. Paul,
Paul's
up close.
Yeah, he's coming up here. Let me go get it for him.
Too many porch pirates.
Hello. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, sure. Yeah, have a good day. I will.
So her
Got it.
So her ex-boyfriend is still like supplying her with like her little luxuries. That's interesting.
Okay. So let's see what they look like. He says he'd appreciate if I could give him 5 stars, and I said I would, so I'll have to tell my ex to do that because he's the one who ordered it. Let me get a scissor. I'll never not do that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
There's the Brutus strut.
Wait, let me make sure I locked the door. Did I lock the door, Gingy? I did.
Gingy.
Did. Fucking hate. I'm not going to try one today because I already had an iced coffee and a hot coffee and a Diet
Wow,
Coke.
what a violent way to open this package.
Another box.
Oh my god, wow.
Okay. Oh. So it's bruised protein coffee, light roast. Okay, 20 gram, not 30 gram like I was saying earlier today. 20 grams of protein, 120 calories. How much caffeine is in it again? Doesn't it say? I thought it had 120. Oh yeah, 120 milligrams of caffeine too. Which is basically like a cup of coffee. Okay. And how much sugar? Let me look. 7 grams. Let me look at the ingredients. Is there any artificial sweetener?
Okay, hang on.
Oh my
I
God,
got just
lactose
enough
free,
time,
that's
I think, to
perfect.
fit
Cane
this in.
sugar. Oh. Okay, so it's probably just not going to be that sweet, but I can just add my caramel sweetener and stuff
Woman
to it.
interrupts traffic stop
I'm excited, okay.
and gets
Fun.
herself arrested. There we go.
Oh, is that my address?
All right. Is this it? Oh, this is 20. I don't have time to watch a 20-minute one. You know what? Let's watch the whole thing. I'll put it on an intoxicated women stream. Thank God we're leaving Beth. Oh no. All right, yeah, we'll watch this for sure. I just got it. Let me get it on a intoxicated women stream. I don't have enough time to watch the whole thing right now. But I really should probably go anyway. Sorry, ATF Media. If you want to wait till the intoxicated women stream, I can do it then. I don't know that I'll have time tomorrow because it's Saturday, but we'll do one early next week. I've got to get ready. I'm going to do my best to do. I've got an IRL I'm going to work on this afternoon. So if I can connect and everything, I'll be live. If not, I'll be here tomorrow for prime time. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you for all the memberships. I greatly appreciate it. All the content suggestions. We'll definitely watch this, especially since, like, other people... This video apparently got, like, other people to make... Oh, my gosh. A real ninja reacts. A nosy black woman interrupts traffic and stops and gets herself arrested. Wow. So, yeah, holy cow. All right. Well, I'm going to go. I will see you guys later. Hopefully, I'll see you later on today. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow. But again, thank Hey, sorry, my PC locked up. I couldn't come back in, and it's in the stream. So I'm ending it now just for posterity's sake. Sorry, Modern Ape Man.